Why? Why does it have to be so freaking hot? Why? 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 How's it going? Welcome to Order 42. I'm Rob, and it's 102 degrees outside. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty warm in here. My fan's already kicked up on my computer. It's gonna be a fun night. But how is everyone doing? BPO 59, of course, that is Star Fox. We got Calum. We got that crazy Greek. What's going on? Magnus is here. Welcome. Texas. Well, I mean, you know, I don't know. But how's it going? How's it going, everybody? It's good to see you guys. And yeah, it's been a week. It's been a week. I've been watching a lot of movies. Got to watch a lot of the special features on the Blu-ray. So that was exciting. Finally got to find out what all of those titles meant. So yeah. I do watch movies, Leon. Should we just make Why what? Why is what colored? You watched the HAL 9000 prequels, now I like the films. Well, Magnus, good on you, because those are really good. Those are really good fan edits. But I mean, I think if you haven't watched the Clone Wars, the prequels just make a lot less sense. I mean, they just do. BPO 59 is highlighted orange on my screen. I don't know. You watch Famillion? Oh man. Oh man. Yeah. That's not a good one. It's not a good movie. It's just not. I don't care what anybody says. It's not a good movie. It's not worth watching. But good to see you in here, Leon. So tomorrow, I'm supposed to get the rest of your stuff. So the only thing I'm trying to figure out is I'm trying to figure out a way to protect your poster. So, yeah. And no, it's not a movie. It's not a movie, Calum. It's not. Is your name Nightbot? Chill out. Nightbot, of course, is here helping out, but please, you don't have to type all the things. You don't have to do that. It's weird. You're not showing as lit up on mine. I mean, it lights it up if someone types your screen name. That's all I know. That's all I know. But yeah, those special features. Look, if I look, it's just it's awesome. It's awesome. If you love special features, if you like behind the scenes stuff, the Blu-ray for the Adventures in Game Chasing is amazing. It really is good. It really is good stuff. So yeah, I highly recommend it if you're a fan. Let's see. You know what? We should probably just get started because look, there's a lot in here. There's a lot. In fact, let me see if I can do this real quick. Do I have a cardboard poster tube? No. See, that's the thing. I don't have anything. And I've been trying to find one to buy, and I'm not buying 50 of them. I don't need 50 tubes. You know what I mean? I don't. I just don't. Let me see if I can do this real quick. No. Yes. Can I do I don't understand why it does that. I don't understand it. It doesn't matter. Discard changes. Yes. I'll look and see if I can buy something and get back to you. Well, I mean, don't worry about it. You know, it's not. It's something that's on my end. You know, let me figure it out so I can ship it to you. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing, right? We need to ship things to you. And I mean, it already kind of got a little bent out of shape apparently in Jay's car in a couple of weeks. Just shrug and say F. I mean, we can do that. We can do that. But look, we got to start off a little solemn because we lost some great actors this week, and I wanted to at least touch on them. First off, Paul Servino. Of course, he was in Goodfellas. He's been in many movies over the years. One of my favorite roles that he was ever in was in The Rocketeer. I've always liked the guy. I've always liked the guy in everything I ever saw him in. And yeah, passed away at the age of 83. And you know, that's a good run. It's a good run, man. You know, and all we can say now is hey, let's look back on his career, and yeah, it's an amazing career. Along with, unfortunately, David Warner. This says best British actor known for The Omen and Tron. You know, I'll tell you, these two movies that's something else. But for me, I'll always remember him as, he was in Time After Time. And he basically was Jack the Ripper, right? And yeah, that's what I remember him from. He was also in Time Bandits. I mean, the guy had an amazing career as well. Titanic. He was Billy Zane's, like, I don't know, thug, I guess. I don't know what you call him, but yeah, look, these guys were amazing. They had great careers. They had very long lives. I mean, hey, hats off to them. You know what I mean? And I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time on them, but at the same time, I did want to acknowledge their passing because they were awesome. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake is indefinitely delayed. Yeah, Magnus. In fact, you know what? Why don't we just touch on that, because that's exactly one of the things. Where did it go? Well, we won't worry about it because you just brought it up. But yes, Knights of the Old Republic remake by Aspire is indefinitely delayed. This is something that Bloomberg reported, and I don't bring up Bloomberg anything because he's evil. Just saying. I think Mike Bloomberg is he's just a rich guy who tries to push people around, and I don't like it. And just saying. But he does have a media arm. And yes, they did report that. But anyway, it sucks. I mean, it's one of those things where I was waiting to play the Knights of the Old Republic when the remake came out. So we'll see what happens. Apparently there were two, what do you call them? Leaders, I guess, at Aspire that were let go for undisclosed reasons, at least to my knowledge. So it's a bummer. It really is a bummer. Yeah. Don't let Disney redo it. Well, yes, exactly. It's better to not have anything than to have something that's, a subpar product. There's always Dragon Age Origins and Mass Effect. Yes, exactly. Yeah. But also, I wanted to, before we get too far into the show, let's show some things that I got this week. Because yes, this is the last few days of that Criterion collection sale over at Barnes & Noble, where it's half off. I believe Amazon is also matching prices. So it's a good deal. But I got something else. I got this from our good friend Billy. Apparently he had 2 copies of this, and hey, he gave me one. It's the first time having Gremlins in 4K. The last time I purchased this was on, I think I had it on DVD, but I think I also had like a two pack with like Gremlins and Gremlins 2. And I think that was on Blu-ray. So I think I have it on Blu-ray, but I did not have it in 4K. It looks great in 4K, I'll just say. It looks great. So that right there, thank you, Billy, for that. 35th anniversary. Hey, you got the 2-pack Blu-ray? Yeah. I mean, I think that was one of those where I think I found it on like Black Friday or something, and it was like $5. So it was you haven't purchased physical media in about 6 years? Well, Magnus, I don't blame you. I do not blame you at all. But I wanted to, since we're talking about movies and all that stuff, the Criterion Collection is on sale over at iTunes as well. And I believe a lot of times when it goes on sale on iTunes, it goes on sale at many different stores, many different online stores. So if you're into digital, there are some amazing deals this week. I mean, look, Jaws for $4.99, that's in 4K. T2, that's in 4K. Close Encounters, I believe that's in 4K. But I mean, look, you can't see, maybe I can highlight that. Yeah, look at that. 7 Samurai, High and Low, Throne of Blood, Akira Kurosawa movies for $15, $5 a piece. That's crazy. Look at that. The Good and the Bad and the Ugly, $5. Raging Bull, $5. RoboCop, $5. Princess Bride, $5. Look at all these. The list is insane. The list is insane. And these went on sale earlier this morning, I guess. So if you're interested, I'm going to post this. Of course, I post this in the description of every video, but there's the link if you're interested and looking through that. If you're a digital guy, there's some great movies on sale. Like I said, a lot of Criterion movies on sale right now. So, but the Criterion sale, as far as I know, at Barnes & Noble ends on the 31st. High and Low and Ran are your favorite Kurosawa movies. Hey, those are good choices. I own both of those. They are really, really good. I think my favorite Kurosawa movie is probably... Man, that's tough because I love 7 Samurai. I love Hidden Fortress. But I think my favorite overall is just one of those amazing, just amazing movies. Ikiru. If you haven't seen Ikiru, watch it. It's insanely good. In fact, I think... Yep. Right in the center there. Ikiru right here. High and Low is also $4.99, of course. And Carbonite and Calum, I just made you guys mods because you said you wanted it. So there you go. You're both mods now. But Ikiru right there, man, that is a great movie. The women in 7 Samurai suffered eye damage from the lighting in the house. Really? Really? That's amazing. Look, I'm a big fan of the Criterion Collection, and anytime there's a sale, I always have a list of things that I want. So yeah, if any of you ban me, I'll scream. Leon, no one's going to ban you, okay? No one's going to ban you. And again, look, here's the thing. With the whole mod thing, I don't think anybody can ban anybody. I think you can just be timed out. If anybody wanted to be a mod, just let me know. The thing is it's really just for help, on the channel, but it doesn't mean, at least from my perspective, it doesn't mean like, oh, these are like the special people or, you know what I mean? It's just, you guys are helping me out. If you're going to be here and you don't mind helping out with, especially when we get in the, the crazy, the prawn any of those prawn ads that come through. I mean, that's very, very helpful. Of course, when I see it, I'm going to try to ban them. I don't think you guys can ban anybody, but hey. And delete messages. Yes, yeah. What about Patricia? Patricia hasn't been around enough to warrant getting a moderator spot. I'm just telling him. Buddy of mine wanted to be a mod for his Discord server. Told him, hell no, cannot be that attentive. Yeah, I just look. I don't think we even have mods on Discord right now. It's not needed. We're not big enough to warrant that, at least not yet, to where things just get out of control. But she's gonna appear now that we said the name. She is like Beetlejuice in a weird way. But yeah, I mean, look, it's a thing. So I don't want anybody to feel left out, you know. What I've basically said is, hey, in the Discord, or message me on Discord if you want to be a mod. If you don't worry about it. Sit back, relax, no big thing. If you do, then yeah, do that. We'll change it to she who must not be named. I stay out of Discord. It's no better than 4chan. I mean, in a lot of cases, yes. I mean, I think we have a pretty good crew, a pretty good community being built over there. I mean, we just, we share links and, talk about movies and games and whatever else that comes up, It's fun. To say David Rivas 3 times? Hey. Look, and the thing is with my Discord, I set it up just as a place where we could hang out when, and chat while we're not on stream, So, but yeah, I think it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun stuff. It's not like super popping or anything like that, but that's fine. I enjoy getting in there and going, hey, what's going on, guys? All that kind of, it's fun. It's fun. Oh, you know what? Speaking of, and it's not really, I don't know. I just thought it was funny. So I was gonna tweet about it, and then I was like, screw it. But basically, I was in here yesterday working on my video, and I heard noises, and above my door, there's a freaking squirrel sitting up there in the shade because it's hot. I just thought it was funny, and I took a video of it. So there you go. Take that. If you need help, I'll be a mod. No rush, though. Okay. Then, hey, bam, done. Now, I did pick up some Criterion, some actual Criterion. Why didn't you let it in? No. Anytime we open that door, if we see him up there and we open the door, he just runs away. Because I like, it's just kind of funny. I like to mess with the squirrels. I don't know. I don't need to feed them or anything crazy like that. No. But Criterion, the first one that I picked up is a movie that I've never seen before. Sort of a blind buy, but I kept hearing about it. I kept hearing it referenced in different chats about certain movies. So I'll drop it. Badlands. Terrence Malick, Martin Sheen, Sissy Spacek, and Sissy Spacek. Did I say that right? Anyway, and it's basically about, it's almost like Natural Born Killers in a way. So, two, young lovers kill some people and go on the run. I don't know. I've never seen it. From 1973. I figure, hey, it was $20. Why not? Be right back. Your internet is screwing up. Well, fix it. Just kidding. There used to be one that I would feed by hand. I did that too. And it took weeks. It took weeks for them to trust. But we had a lake lot in Oklahoma, and we would feed the squirrels. It's kind of fun. Kind of cool. He'd climb up my leg, wearing pants, climb up my leg, eat out of my hand and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of cool. The next movie is a movie that I don't remember liking. But it's one of those movies that keeps another movie that keeps coming up. I have seen it. I've seen it a couple times, but I haven't seen it in probably 20 years. And it's also David Fincher. I had to pick it up. It's $20. The Game. Michael Douglas, Sean Penn. I just remember not liking it. But the reason that I wanted to buy this is because, of course, the new transfer, there's an audio commentary with a bunch of different people and some behind the scenes documentaries. So, of course, I had to get it because it's, again, $20. $20 for The Game. David Fincher. Now, this next one is a movie that, from a director that I love this guy. I love this guy so much. And there's so much cool stuff on this, so I'm really kind of interested to dig into it. And it's from 1985. Brazil. Terry Gilliam. Now this movie is freaking weird. Okay? It's just weird. But I remember it's one of those movies that after I saw it, I kept thinking about it. And I wanted to watch it again. Now, back in the DVD days, when DVD was king, there was a really cool Brazil Criterion edition set that was like, it was all like that clear Mylar kind of thing. And I just really wanted it. And it was always so expensive. Back then, my budget for movies was not exactly the way, what it is now. But I wanted this, and I wanted it back then. And this has everything that DVD set has, but it's in Blu-ray. I can't wait to watch this again and go through all the stuff that I wanted to go through from the beginning. And of course, as you know, Criterion just puts together a beautiful, man, if you like any of these movies and there's a Criterion edition of it, it's just a beautiful set. So I'm looking forward to watching that again. I don't think I've ever seen or even heard of The Game. The Game is an interesting one. It's an interesting movie. And I remember thinking that I remember not liking the ending. But again, I think some of that comes with expectations. So, like I said, I'm interested in revisiting it. You Almost Got Uninvited on Criterion. Uninvited I have it. It's not in here, but I do own that one. And this is the old movie that Milland, Ray Milland is in it, I think. It's an old movie. But it was one of the first scary movies that I saw as a kid. And I saw it over at my aunt's house. My aunt was the person that kind of unlocked I think what happens is a lot of people get stuck in this, if it's in black and white, I don't want to watch it. Or if it's an old movie, if it's something from like the 60s or the 50s or the 40s or whatever, I don't want to watch it. Watching movies with her, it was almost like having a movie critic in the room with me. So it was important to my love of movies. Being able to sit there with her and listen to what she said about it. I loved it. Loved it. What is Criterion? Criterion is basically a boutique Blu-ray DVD media company. And what they do is they tend to pick movies that they feel are important, or, you know what I mean? Like really, really important movies to film. So of course, Citizen Kane is on there. You've got movies like, 12 Angry Men, just amazing movies, right? There's very rarely a time when I've seen a Criterion movie and I go, this movie is absolute crap. There are movies that I don't care for. But there are movies that at least you can see, okay, you can see why this movie's on the collection, because it was important, because it was the first movie that did this sort of thing, or this movie, historically important movies. There you go. Yeah, Third Man is I believe on Criterion. It may not be on Criterion, but it's a good one. It's a good one. I don't think Monsters is on the Criterion collection. Best show ever was in black and white, The Three Stooges. I mean, you're not wrong. Three Stooges is amazing stuff. Terry Gilliam did a movie with Christoph Waltz maybe 6 years ago. Was really weird. Wasn't a fan. Yeah, Terry Gilliam is a hit and miss, but like he did Time Bandits, he did Brazil, he did 12 Monkeys. He's made movies that I really like. He also did The Fisher King, which I've never seen, and that's another one that I want to see. You know what I mean? I've just never seen it. You only know Criterion is a video game developer, right? Right. But this is, again, it's kind of like a boutique Blu-ray thing. He did 12 Monkeys. Did he go to prison? Long shot. How's it going? It's good to see you. Everybody welcome Longshot to the show. But yeah, I love Criterion movies. I have a ton of them. I also like, of course, Arrow films. They do great work. That Drive set, which is down there from Second Sight, amazing. Of course, this True Romance right here was also Arrow. This is a Criterion collection of Zatoichi. There's a lot of samurai films on the on the Criterion collection, which I love. I love it. I love that stuff. And of course, a lot of Kurosawa movies on the Criterion collection, which is how I really got started. Seven Samurai, I think, was one of the first ones that I purchased. So, but the last one I bought was a set, and this is the Before trilogy by Richard Linklater. But of course, it has Before Sunrise, Before Sunset, Before Midnight. Now, if you haven't seen these, I've only seen the first two. I haven't seen the last one. But these are basically, like, if you're talking about relationship type films, these are some of the best. And I've always liked these movies. I always wanted to buy them. Never found a reason to collect them until now. The only problem with this set is I hate these paper fold out things. But this is Julie Delpy and why am I going blank on his name? Ethan Hawke. Jeez. I love Ethan Hawke. But yeah, these movies are great. I think Before Sunrise is kind of like when they meet. Before Sunrise or Before Sunset is when, like, they're married. And then Before Midnight, don't know what happens. I don't know if they break up. I don't know. And yeah, right there. Sounds like a boring chick flick to me. Yes. I don't like chick flicks for the most part. I don't like romantic comedies for the most part. But for some reason, these connected with me. I really, really liked these movies. And of course, it's kind of like a realistic relationship. So I like those kinds of movies. I like dramas. So know what came out this day in 1985? Kiss of the Spider Woman. That's another movie that's on my list I never have seen. I've never seen it. I want to see it. That's William Hurt, right? And Deborah Winger? Long Shot from X-Men. That's right. I hate it when they do the paper holders and call it a collector's edition. They did it on your Avatar Blu-ray. Yeah, I don't like them. I love these. These are like very, very high quality Amrays. You know, these plastics. I'm not a fan of the paper because everything's paper. and I'm just not a fan. Just not a fan. In fact, I think my Seven Samurai is a paper one, but the movie's so good. It's kind of like, now somebody said something about Yojimbo, didn't they? Earlier? God, where was that? Zatoichi's awesome. Heck yeah. I love Zatoichi. It's great. I thought I saw somebody say something about Yojimbo. Because I love those. Yojimbo and Sanjiro. I'm probably not saying them correctly because I'm American and stupid. But yeah, I love those movies. But yeah, so that's what I picked up. Of course, now that I know that the digitals are on sale as well, I may be looking through some of those, especially for $5. Now, I will say, at least through iTunes, there's no special features. It's just the movie. So a lot of times what I'll do is, if you have HBO Max has a lot of the Criterion movies on HBO Max. So a lot of them you can just watch there. I watched 2 that I was thinking about buying on HBO Max this week. One was The Seventh Seal, Ingmar Bergman from 1957, I believe. I think that's right. I was gonna buy the whole Ingmar Bergman collection, which was like $150. There's something about box sets and going through, like, especially like this, where it's like his whole filmography. Dude, I love that stuff. I love doing that. I love learning about different filmmakers or whatever. I'm glad I watched The Seventh Seal, because I watched it and I go, okay, if this is considered his best movie and it's not connecting with me, like I enjoyed the movie, I enjoyed the experience of watching it, but I was also like, this is not quite my thing, you know? So yeah, I saved myself $150 by watching that. Now I'm sure that there's other movies in that collection that were probably awesome, but you know, I just love big box sets though. I bought I'd never seen anything other than The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, but I bought the set with like 3 other movies. It had for a few dollars more, fistful of dollars, and mine came with Duck You Sucker, which is in fact, I think there's one set that comes with Hang 'em High, which is another Clint Eastwood, but Duck You Sucker is James Coburn. Kind of a blind buy, because I'd only seen The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and I was like, it's all right, but I kind of want them all, and I kind of want to see them all. And man, watching them on that set, it gave me a new familiarity with it, you know, and it just clicked for me this time, and I love those movies. So I don't know, man. There's something about box sets. I love them. So this one, where I got to see, I mean, I get to own the first 2 movies that I've always wanted to own, and then I get to see the third one. Hey, it's good. It's good. William Hurt and Raul Julia. Okay. Never seen it. Got to see that Kiss the Spider Woman. The only box set you ever bought was the Slayer box set, Soundtrack to the Apocalypse. Yeah, see, and there's something about those too. There's one, it's something that I used to do, especially in the age of Napster, Morpheus, Kazaa, all of those. I would download the entire discography of a band and just listen to it from beginning to end. Like, I listened to all the Led Zeppelin albums that way. I listened to all the AC/DC albums that way. There was a few more bands that I did that with, but those are the ones that stick out because they're the ones I like the best. Yeah, I mean, I love doing that. It's just fun. And last night I was doing this thing where, you know, those, every now and then you'll hear these songs that sound very vintage, you know, and they're like from the 50s, and they, a lot of times they're used in, you know, Saturday Night Live uses them a lot. These songs. Well, I found a collection that had stuff from Ren and Stimpy, And it wasn't like a Ren and Stimpy soundtrack. It was hey, these are all these songs from that era. And it just so happened that like all of the Ren and Stimpy songs were on there. You know, the Happy Go Lively and stuff like that. Dude, I was listening to that stuff for hours last night and was going through, and it went all the way back to the 30s, and then it was going through the 70s, and that was fun. There's some really good songs on there. I love all that stuff. And so that's what I did last night for like 3 hours, which was kind of ridiculous. The Log song is without a doubt the best song of all time. The Log song is not on there. But I'm talking about like, you know, the songs that, you know, you can tell it's vintage kind of music. You know what I mean? They almost sound like one of them sounds like a supermarket from the 1950s. You know, one of them sounds like, I don't know. They're just awesome. But I love that stuff. Got rid of all your DVD box sets years ago. Wish I hadn't. Had the Critters collection and hard to find them online even now. Yeah. Yes, that's nuts. I have all my DVD. Most of my VHS are gone. I got rid of them. I just got rid of them. I either gave them away or I traded them in or whatever when DVD was big. And then I traded in a bunch of DVDs as well. I still have DVDs from like movies that were never released on Blu-ray, or, you know, maybe the special features that were on the DVD or like exclusive to that. I have a bunch of those. But yeah, it's a thing. Yeah, Napster, Morpheus, LimeWire, FrostWire, uTorrent. Oh yeah. You have the whole Ren and Stimpy series. They're great. They really are great. And of course, I don't remember a whole lot of them past like that first set of episodes. You know, like I didn't watch them very long, but those old ones, man. Fire Dogs is my favorite. I think Fire Dogs is my favorite one. I like the when Stimpy leaves and goes to Hollywood or whatever. I like that one. But yeah, it's good stuff. Oh, and the space ones. Space Madness. It's a good one. That's a good one. You can't remember the last time you bought a movie. I torrent all of them. See, I used to, I'm full disclosure. I used to torrent everything. Or whatever. News groups and things like that. I mean, I used to do that all the time. But then I got to the point where I'm like, I can't afford these. You know? And it felt weird to be taking things, and this is just me, okay? No, I'm not judging. But it felt weird to be taking things when I could buy them. So I stopped doing that. I stopped doing that probably, I don't know, 10 years ago. No, there's no sirens. No sirens. But yeah, I mean, it was something that I definitely used to do. But then a lot of them, like, what I would do is, especially when they're went on sale on iTunes, I'd buy them there. And it made me feel it. I don't know. It's just a thing. It's a personal choice, right? But I mean, it's also, especially now after having worked on a movie, it's hard for me to see it as anything else other than a rationalization. You know, it's not, you can rationalize it all you want, but at least for me, it was like, this doesn't make sense. I can afford it. So I'm going to buy it. And I actually like having a collection of stuff. But that's just me. It's just me. Watch the IT Crowd's anti-piracy advert. Pretty funny. It's a weird thing though. You know, it's like one of my friends, I don't know, I'm not sure how much or how far up in the company he is, but he's doing well. Still does that. He still does it. One of my old bosses used to do it. And it was just like, I can't rationalize it anymore, at least for me. But then again, I will say this too. Going through all my medical stuff, a lot of weird, I went through a lot of changes, which makes it sound kind of dirty, but no, just went through changes philosophically, and it just, I don't know. I changed on it. I just changed. Yeah, Leon. He works on movies. Still does it. It is convenient to having a physical copy. Yes, it is. And that's why I ripped all of my Blu-rays. Ripped onto my hard drive, and guess what? I can watch them on my TV in the living room, and I've set it up where I can watch them anywhere I am. So just like iTunes is, I have my own movie server. So I can watch those movies anywhere I am, anywhere I happen to be. It became really, really helpful when I was doing a lot of traveling for my old job. And I would be stuck in a hotel room by myself and in a just a town with nothing to do. Like nothing to do. No movie theater, small little towns. I'm like, there's nothing to do except play on the internet. So I'd watch movies. I'd watch my old movies or rent movies or whatever. But it became a really big thing then. Now I don't even know if my server works anymore. So don't I play video games? Of course. But I play video games a lot less than I used to. I used to play video games a lot, but now lately I've just really been into watching my catching up on all these series that I've missed out on. And then I've been reading a lot. Like last night, I think I read for like another 3 hours last night. It's like I was sitting there listening to all this music and I'm like, man, this is really cool. And then I'm like, what am I doing? It's midnight. Let's do some reading. So used to torrent movies and shows, but now I just stream them, and if I like them, then I buy it. Yeah. I still go to I love going to the theater. There's nothing better to me than going to the theater on, especially like an opening night. You're with fans that are there to see the movie, to watch the movie. They're not there to screw around and all that. There's something about that experience that I just love, and I love it. I love it. And then let's see. Yeah, the part of the other reason why I stopped doing the downloading is because I couldn't stand the quality difference. I hated seeing a movie for the first time all crappy quality, you know what I mean? And I couldn't stand that. And I liked my surround sound. And so it seems like every single rip that ever came out was always in stereo, and it would just irritate me. And I said, okay, I'm done. I'm done. And then, you get the little messages at the bottom, and all that kind of stuff. Screw that. It takes me out of the movie. So anyway, you like having a physical collection. However, with Steam, digital games are pretty, yeah. I have just a few physical Switch games. The rest of them I bought digitally. It's just more convenient. And Carbonite, for sure. Stream now mostly, but we do share passwords, of course. And download ROMs, though, for emulation of old games. Yeah. No, I'm not selling my Xbox Series X. No. I do have a PS5 and a Series X. I did the Series X I got with the Game Pass thing. And look, that's something where, I pay for it out of my allowance. Something that my wife and I set up when we got married is that, because at the time I smoked cigarettes, and she felt like it was wrong for us to pay for my cigarettes, so we got an allowance. So we matched, right? So we both get the same amount of money each month. I would have to spend most of it on cigarettes at the time. Now I vape, it's a little different. But yeah, so that was how that works. Well, my Series X, paying my Series X off comes out of my allowance. So there you go. Beat the Gears of War trilogy on Xbox Series X with a friend. It was one of the best gaming experiences I have ever had. I played the first two, of course, back on. Didn't they remake those? For the Series X, I haven't played those yet. On my Series X, the last thing I played was... Oh, I did play my Series X the other day because I played some Shredder's Revenge. That is on there, right? That is, yeah, it is because I also bought it on my Switch, and I wanted to see if the Series X was any different. It really isn't. So, because it was part of Game Pass. Gonna watch Nope at the cinema, but for some reason we're not getting it for 3 more weeks. What? I want to see that. I want to see it. I haven't gotten around to it. Wish you could read books. Cell phones have killed my attention span. I used to read a book a day when you were a kid. Yeah, I've forced myself to get back into it. And one of the things that has really helped is, of course, the library. You know, you can download the ebooks from your local library. You just sign up and boom, you have this collection of ebooks that you can check out. Like I think my library has a 21-day checkout. And what I would do is I would check out the ebook and the audiobook. I would listen to the audiobook while I'm reading the ebook. And I'm telling you, it helped me lock in. And it's something that I highly, highly recommend. If you have trouble getting into a book, try that. It really helps. And it keeps me locked in. And it's really awesome. When it comes to Switch, especially on the go, digital for Switch is super convenient, for sure. Series X over PS5 any day. I mean, they both have their exclusives. But I love my PS5 and I love my Series X. I love them both. I think they're great. I think both of them are great. The Series X, though, in my opinion, is the best. The Series X with Game Pass, to me, is by far one of the best gaming experiences I've ever had. It is so awesome to have that number of games available to you that you can just download and play. And it's awesome. It really is awesome. Now, it sucks when you're in the middle of a game. Like I was in the middle of what's the game the where you're kind of like a oh God, what is it? I have the soundtrack because I love the game so much. Katana Zero. I was in the middle of playing Katana Zero and they took it off. But other than that, it's awesome. You don't need another Series X. You just want to use it for emulation. Well, I get that. Yep, Last of Us. Yeah, I mean, see, there's a lot of the exclusives. That's why I have, over time, I'll get each one. But it's also because I'm spoiled. I spoil myself. You know, it's part of my, I don't know. I'm spoiled. And I'm very lucky. Look, I'm very, very lucky that I'm in a position right now still where I'm able to chase this dream, making movies and all that kind of stuff. And my wife happens to make enough money that we don't even miss my paycheck, which is kind of awesome. And I know that I'm in a lucky position. I know, dude, I shouldn't have this setup, you know? This camera is awesome, you know? I mean, it's 1080p, but it's still awesome. The way that everything works here, you know, I've got my Mac, dude, look, I know I'm spoiled. I am a spoiled brat. Not brat, but you know what I mean? It's like, I know that I'm very, very lucky. But yeah. You play your Switch more than your PS5 and Series X, but you play more your PS5 more than your Series X. It's weird. I go through phases. Like I played my PS5 a lot over the last, like I would say in May and June, played it a ton. Now I'm not playing anything because I'm so hell bent on getting caught up on some of these series that I've missed out on, that like I'm watching For All Mankind right now, which is holy crap really good, like a really good show. And then I've got Succession on the list. I want the Umbrella Academy. You know, we talked about that. last week. It's like there's so many series that I want to catch up on or watch. It's hard to sit down and play a game and get sucked in for hours and hours and the day be over and you're like, crap, I felt like, I always feel like sometimes, depending on the game, I feel like I'm just wasting time. And I know that it's probably a stupid thing, but at least some of these shows, I might make a video on them. You know what I mean? Like, I know for a fact I'm not going to watch I'm not going to review The Seventh Seal. I'm not going to review it. It's just not my... what would I say that hadn't already been said a billion times? And I don't feel like my opinion on it is so unique that my voice needs to be out there. But when I get to the end of For All Mankind, I might review that. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like now it's like I gotta prioritize. If that makes sense. I don't know. You read a few pages a day so I don't get burnt out. I love to read. Love it. And man, this book that I'm reading now, holy crap, Swan Song, that Grindhead Jim recommended to me. Oh my God, that book is good. Like really good. It's a lot like The Stand in a way. Post-apocalyptic kind of story, but man, I'm really, really enjoying it. So, really good. Don't choose any consoles over others, really. I just love and play them all. But if I had to, then I would choose Dreamcast over every console. I have a Dreamcast, and I barely played it. Only had a few games for it because I bought it at the end of its life, and then I moved on to something else. And I have to say, at that point in my gaming journey or whatever you want to call it, I wasn't gaming a whole lot. In fact, I think I played was that the GameCube? Around the GameCube time? I played my GameCube a lot. But years ago, my brother rented an ASVAB study guide from the library when the Air Force never returned it. They put a warrant out for his arrest and the library called the cops on you. Well, that's the good thing. When your loan ends on your library thing, on your like I do it through my phone, and then I deliver it because I have a Kindle and it delivers to my Kindle. When the time is up, it'll just delete itself. You don't have to worry about that, which is awesome. But they also have movies on there. Now, I mean, some of the movies aren't great, but some of the, I think Canopy, Kanopy, is a streaming service for specific libraries. And some libraries have tons and tons of great movies. So it is something I would say, look into it. It's kind of cool. It's very cool. When I was in your Fable phase, I was playing my Series X more than my PS5. Then I got in my Gran Turismo and DMC5 phase, and then went back to your yeah, I'm all over the place. Now in your Monster Hunter phase. Yep, I'm the same way. And see, like I had the PS5, and I barely played it because I kept playing Breath of the Wild over and over and over. And then for a while there, it was like nothing but PS5. And I bought a bunch of games for my PS5 that I still haven't even opened. I haven't cracked them open yet. So I definitely do want to go back, but I need to wait until I can get through some of this backlog because it's, wow. I just started For All Mankind. First couple of episodes, you were like, meh, as it's very American. We did the moon, blah, blah, blah. But I take it back. It's awesome. You're on season 1, episode 7. The show gets really interesting, and I love the way that it starts off, in the mid 60s, the space race, and then it starts to go in a new direction, a direction that didn't actually happen, and it's very cool. I'm at the end of season 2, and yeah, it's great. There is something that I will just say this. There is something that happens to a character that to me is like assassinate. No spoilers. No spoilers. To me, it's like assassinating the character. Everything that this character was built up to be, and it's kind of irritating. I'll just say that. And I won't say any more. But there you go. How about a review of The Boys? See, that's the thing. The Boys is one of those where for me, this is might piss y'all off, but The Boys is mid to me. It's a mid kind of show. I really like it. I think it's really well done, but I don't love it. I'm not like in love with this show like some people are. So I don't want to do a review where I'm like, yeah, I really liked it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like and comment and subscribe and blah, 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 and hit the bell. And I hate all that crap. That's the thing. It's like, I don't want to do that. You know, it needs to be either something where I have a strong opinion about it, or it needs to be something I love. I can't just like the Seventh Seal. I can't review the Seventh Seal because I'm like, yeah, I can see why people like it. I thought it was okay. Thanks for watching. Can't do that. Oh, and I also watched House, 1977 Japanese horror movie. What a weird freaking movie. Weird freaking movie. But I watched it because it kept coming up in different discussions on like our movies over on Reddit, you know, on the movies subreddit. People would bring it up every now and then. And I'm like, okay, I got to see this movie. So I almost bought it. And I said, it's on HBO Max. I'll just watch it. Glad I didn't buy that because, man, I did not like that movie. But I can also, watching it, I can go, okay, now I can see why people are saying that. It was revolutionary for the time. Right now, I'm sitting here and going, it's not my thing. It's just not my thing. And that's fine. But now I'm glad I just rented, or I just, streamed it. What if you streamed reading the book? Well, technically, you're kind of, in a way, you're kind of doing that with the audiobook. When you rent the audiobook, I mean, it's still downloading it though. But then again, a lot of audiobooks are on YouTube, guys. Just saying. A lot of them. Teach Their Own. Fable is one of your all-time favorite games. It's a fun watch. Oh, Boys is a fun watch. Some people just absolutely love it. I know. I mean, like I said, I get why people love it. It's just, that's pretty much any show. There's always those fans. All I know about The Boys is that Rob said someone chokes on a wiener. I mean, kind of. Or it's the other way around. Wiener chokes a guy. But all right. True Detective Season 1, that's a great show. The Boys, it's good, entertaining, but not great in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, and look, it may just be that it didn't connect with me like it does with some people. But a lot of times I feel like, depending on your age, there are movies that hit you because it's so different than what you've seen before, right? Or it's pushing the edge, pushing the limit. I've seen a lot of crap, man. I'm one of those guys I've seen. Yeah, he gets choked by the wiener. Yeah. Let's be honest here. But anyway, I mean, look, man, I've seen a lot of different movies. I've seen stuff from a lot of different countries. Still got lots to learn. Trust me. I still have lots to learn, especially like the Indian movies. Man, I have a lot to learn. But I've seen a pretty wide range of movies. And when people say, oh, it was so shocking when they did this in The Boys, I'm like, yeah, I mean, I get it. Oh, they're a bunch of people having sex. Big deal. Where's the story, though? So I don't know. That's just me. 2 and 3 weren't bad, but the original Fable, The Lost Chapter, is one of your all-time favorites. Don't mind Anniversary, but they lost all the art style by going to the Unreal Engine. I don't know anything about Fable. I tried Fable and it didn't grab me. Kind of like Elfin Lied, but I still think 1 is good even though it's edgy. Oh. Yeah, I mean, hey. But let's move on, shall we? I wanted to bring this up. For those of you who are Star Wars fans, I saw this. This came up as an ad on Facebook. But I recognized the person in it. And it was Steve Sansweet, the guy that runs Rancho Obi-Wan. You know, basically all of the, welcome back, that crazy Greek. He is kind of the steward of all of this amazing Star Wars memorabilia. And LG sent him this. The LG OLED Evo C2 65-inch Star Wars Special Edition. Star Wars Special Edition TV. So the cool thing about LG, well, there you go. There's the big thing. On the back, it's got the what did he call it? The Imperial Cog. It's got the kind of Darth Vader themed with the Darth Vader stuff on the back. It's got, let's see. Yeah, which is just kind of cool. It's just kind of neat. Comes with a bunch of extra stuff, stickers and whatnot. But when you turn on the TV, it's basically like lighting up a lightsaber. Darth Vader's standing there with breathing and all that stuff. And when you turn it off, it says, "May the Force be with you." And if you know anything about LG, that's the remote, by the way. If you know anything about LG, their remotes are kind of like the Wii. So the remote, you know, kind of works like a, you know, it's like a cursor on the screen. And it's a lightsaber. So that's kind of cool. I just thought it was a neat idea. And the thing about LG is that all of their newer TVs, each HDMI port is 2.1. Meaning if you connect a PS5 or an Xbox Series X to it, you're going to get the full range of what that TV can do. On Sony TVs, you're limited to only 2 out of the 4. And that irritates the absolute crap out of me. Now, OLED TVs, in my opinion, at this point, it's the best that you can get. It's the best that you can get. You know? But yes, it is $3,000. The regular non-special edition is $2,300. But I'm telling you, once you see an OLED, it's really tough to go back. It's really tough to go back because they're kind of mind-blowing how good they look. Especially when it comes to the black levels on the screen. It's awesome. Now, I don't have a TV anywhere close to this. It says that's 10 times the price of your TV. Right. And that's the thing. They will be $400 in no time, for sure. But it's kind of like the current technology when it comes to large TVs, OLED is where it's at. The next TV that I buy will probably be an OLED, and I'm hoping it'll be an LG C2 because, like I said, I love that. I love that technology. I love OLED, and I love the fact that each of their HDMI ports gives you everything that the TV can do instead of, oh, well, this one only does this and this one only does. It's so stupid. It's so bad. It's just stupid. I don't understand why they limit the other HDMI ports. Like you only have one thing to connect to it. Dude, this is the day and age of amazing video game systems that put out 4K, HDR, all that kind of stuff. You telling me that won't work? Dumb. Anyway. Samsung number 1. Well, see, the problem with Samsung is that Samsung only does, I might be wrong on this, but I think Samsung only does HDR10 plus. They don't support Dolby Vision. I believe Dolby Vision is, well, especially since I'm an Apple guy, Dolby Vision is my preferred whatever, my preferred HDR. It's the only reason that I don't pick Samsung. It's the only reason why I have completely taken Samsung off of the buying list is because they don't support Dolby Vision. So yeah. I won't go back after getting your LG OLED. Yeah. You got a Vizio 4K TV, probably won't upgrade until OLEDs get really cheap as well. Got your LG OLED for my PS5, and I'm getting another for your PC, man. OLEDs are awesome. And I think Sony and LG have very similar screens. It's just the fact that, like I said, Sony limits their HDMI ports, and that really irritates the crap out of me. Dolby Vision is better than HDR10 Plus. See, I don't know. All I know is that all my Apple stuff supports Dolby Vision. And so Dolby Vision is where I'm sticking to. You know what I mean? So remember to hydrate, guys. I need to bring back the hydrate bear. But what kind of TV did you have growing up? I think we had a hand-me-down Sony. And then the first TV that I owned was just a regular old tube TV. And the first big purchase that April and I made was we bought a Mitsubishi rear projection 1080i TV. At the time, that was, state of the art. And it was a 50 inch, 52. Leon, you got to get to bed. Catch you later. Chat. Leon, have a great night. Thanks for stopping by. And enjoy that for all mankind. I hope you like it. But yeah, that rear projection was at the time amazing, right? We sold that. We got a Samsung, I believe 52 inch LCD, I guess. And then we bought after the Samsung, we bought a LG 65 inch, I think. And then we purchased a Sony 75 inch. And at the time, HDR wasn't out yet, but my TV upgraded to HDR 10, not 10 plus, just 10. So they're just the first step of HDR. So I haven't seen what Dolby Vision actually can do yet. My TV's about 3 to 4 years old now. I'm looking to upgrade at some point. But man, that's some money. And I remember we got a really, really good deal on the each one of those was about $1,800 because they were big, 52 inch Samsung for $1,800. That was a good deal at that time. The 65 inch LG, about right around $1,800 to $2,000. That was a good deal at the time. Then we got that 65 or the 75 inch Sony, and it was $1,800 at the time, which is a great deal. I think if I remember correctly, the one that I'm looking at is like $3,300. So it'll be a while. It'll be a while before I get that one. You hated those projection TVs back then, but the size was so badass. Yeah, man. And it was I had the matching like rack cabinet that went next to the TV, and it was the same height and the same color and everything. It was bad. Dude, it was so awesome. It was so awesome at the time. But then, the TV was stuck out from the wall this much, it was freaking huge. The whole cabinet was huge. So when we bought the Samsung 52 inch, we didn't have any sort of speaker system or anything like that. We ended up getting our current speaker system that it's just 5.1, but man, it's awesome. It's a really nice system. Even now, it's still nice. I kind of want to upgrade the receiver, but I don't really need to yet. So we'll see. I had the tube TV with the wood frame around it growing up, and I was the remote. Absolutely carbonite. Yes. Now, I have no idea what that was back then. Probably a Magnavox or something. I have no idea what that was back then. What was your reaction when you first played a game at 60 frames per second? Well, I think the first time I ever played a game at 60 frames was actually on PC. Of course, it was amazing. But at the same time, it's kind of one of those, I enjoy the higher resolution and the better, like for example, on like Miles Morales. I don't play it on the crazy frames per second thing. I turn on all the ray tracing and stuff like that. I can deal with lower frames per second if it looks better. That's just me. So that's why they give people a choice, right? Because I enjoy the ray tracing and stuff more. And it's not like the frames are bad, you know? You don't even notice frame rates unless it's unstable. Yeah, for a long time I didn't understand why in fact it was Brian from the old Switched On show. He would say that if it was lower, if it wasn't at the time, I think it had to be 60 FPS on the computer screen, it would give him headaches. I don't know. I will only play a game if it's at least 60 FPS. Hey, and I totally understand. And yeah, it is fun to play a really, really fun game, a really awesome game with the 60 FPS. But to me, I'm kind of with Caleb right there. As long as it's 30, I'm good. It only bothers me when it slows down. I wish Ghost of Tsushima had or is it Tsushima? It is Tsushima, isn't it? Had an FPS toggle instead of only 60 FPS on PS5. Yeah, see, like, that's a game where, for whatever reason, didn't connect with me. But I played it long enough to be like, okay, these visuals really, really are really awesome. But yeah, I don't honestly care about FPS as much as how it looks. How, like I said, ray tracing and stuff is where I go. Oh, there it is. There's that. I was trying to find out where that what the next thing is on the list. It was that whole Knights of the Old Republic thing, which we don't have to worry about now, since we already talked about it. But there you go. Now, up next, I just wanted to briefly talk about a show that I finally caught up on and finished. And that is Ms. Marvel. I watched the first episode and thought, yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Pretty entertaining. I liked it. Man, I really like this show. I get there's a lot of people that say, oh, it's slow. It just they can't connect with them because it's so different. It's such a different show than really anything Marvel's done so far. And I think that's why I liked it. I really enjoyed seeing the way that the show wrapped up. Kind of cool. I'm just saying. It's pretty cool the way that it wrapped up. I'm interested to see how things are going to play out. Now, of course, with Comic-Con, there's some news that maybe isn't as important now. At least with Ms. Marvel. Ms. Marvel is almost like at the back burner now, but still setting things up for the future. Very, very cool. I really, really enjoyed it. So, yeah, maybe give it a shot. You know, like it's almost like I mean, I fell in love with her as Kamala Khan. That is her name, right? Like immediately, I was like, she is so likable that I just want to see what happens. And it was fun. It was kind of like, it was almost like it's like a lot of people said that the Spider-Man movies with Tom Holland felt like, in a weird way, kind of felt like John Hughes movies in a way, but set in Marvel. That's how this felt, but following a Pakistani girl in New Jersey. It was fun. I just really, really enjoyed it. And it's, like I said, so different. Now there's still some, I don't know what you call it. Maybe it's because of the 6 episodes thing, but there's still some things that just don't feel fleshed out and feel sort of unfinished. But like I said, overall, I did enjoy watching Ms. Marvel. And yeah, I'm interested to see where they go from here. So There you go. I don't know why I'm doing that. Still have to watch Moon Knight. And Cryptic. Welcome, Cryptic. I didn't see you there. Welcome. Still have to watch Moon Knight, and then I'll get to this one. Look, I get it. I get it. There's so much right now. It's hard. I still haven't watched any of Umbrella Academy Season 3. There's so much to catch up on. I haven't watched the final season of any of the final season of Better Call Saul. There's a lot. Doctor Strange ruined Marvel for me a bit. Gonna wait till She-Hulk is out. Yes. I like Doctor Strange. Okay. But it's still... Never been a fan of superheroes. I hate Marvel and DC. Real comic books are overshadowed by this over-commercialized crap. You know? I get it. I totally get it. Because, in a way, that's all I used to read was the kind of I wouldn't say underground, but the less popular stuff. Was never big on Marvel, was never big on DC, except for Batman. I will say I did love me some Batman, you know, some really, really good Batman graphic novels. But like, I'm in the middle right now of reading. Yes, I've got a lot of things going on, but I'm in the middle of reading Sandman. And Sandman is definitely not the commercialized stuff. But I'm telling you, I love it. I love it. Love it so much. So, yeah, I get what you're saying. But there are some good stories in here. And I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm into it now. I was never really into Marvel, like at all. But I get it. Don't really like the multiverse. Feels like there's no risk because every character has infinite copies. I mean, I get you, but I like them. That's okay. Where the main character is a side character to everyone else. The Holland Spidey movies. I mean, definitely some superhero fatigue setting in. Well, hold your horses because we got a lot of superhero stuff coming. Sorry. There is some cool stuff, though. There is some cool stuff in there. You rather watch movies because I don't like reading, much less reading comics. See, it's weird. For a long time, all I read was comics. But they were like the graphic novels or the collections. I like reading a whole arc. I don't like following a story, you know, and having to go to a shop and buy them or whatever. I like being able to say, okay, this is this whole story. I'm going to read it. That's what I like. But, hey, you haven't cared for superhero movies in years? I won't spoil who, but Doctor Strange killed my favorite character like she was nothing. I mean, you love the Meta Barons. Oh my gosh, the Barons, the Meta Barons. Requiem Vampire Knight. I'm not even sure what that is. You only keep up with Red Sonja and Red Sitha? I don't know what that is either. See, you guys are bringing up stuff I don't even know about. And I have an absolutely insane, like my book list is like, keeps doing this. My comics list keeps doing that too. But I've stopped buying comics for a while because holy crap. There's so many on there. But let's move along, shall we? If you subscribe to my channel, you will have seen that I just reviewed The Gray Man. And I was kind of like, you know, it's not terrible, but it's not great. But oh well. The Gray Man sequel and spinoff in development at Netflix. Ryan Gosling and Russo brothers 2 return. Why is that so freaking bright? Man, that's bright. But yes, yeah, I'm very kind of like, you know. The thing is, I love me some Ryan Gosling. That guy's awesome. I love Chris Evans. I think he's great. I loved everybody in this movie. But man, it just... it fell flat for me. But it doesn't matter because apparently it did well for Netflix. So there you go. There you go. That is coming, and I just wanted to bring that up. I have some comics for nostalgia though. The old Archie Sonic comics when Sonic wasn't PG, the Mario Brothers comic, and the new IDW Sonic comics, which I haven't read. Yeah, I was gonna get a bunch of the IDW Transformers and IDW Ninja Turtles. But then I looked at the list I had and I said, okay, I'm done. It's a paycheck. That's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. And that's the thing. A lot of these guys, that's what'll happen. They'll get something that's sort of like a, something to, make a ton of movies on, a franchise. Why not do them? If it's going to make them money, who cares? And then every now and then they can go off and do some little side project. It's what you do. It's what you do. If you're a big time actor, that's what you do. You got your passion project? Yeah. You got to do a big comic book movie or a big action movie or whatever first. But look, the Gray Man wasn't bad at all. It just, I don't know. All right, BP 059. Star Fox. Drive home. Be safe. And Magnus, you love the new Blade Runner more than the first. I totally get it. I totally understand. If somebody doesn't like the first Blade Runner movie, like Leon, I can't blame you. I can't tell you that you're wrong. There's nothing that I can say that will do that. I still like the first one a lot. Like, I love the first one. But man, I love 2049 so much. It's so good. And every time, man, I'm glad I don't have actual cable where they would just play it a lot, because I would just get sucked into it, because it's that kind of movie for me. I get sucked in and I love it. You love both movies, but the second one was a shock. Yeah, it's funny, Magnus, that you say that. I just read this thing on Reddit where people were talking about, some people were saying, oh no, the first one is, set the standard, but 2049 is just absolutely gorgeous. Every frame of that movie is just, Roger Deakins, finally, after however many years he's been a cinematographer, finally won for best cinematography. Love that movie. And I think Ryan Gosling does an amazing job. But that's the thing that's kind of worrying me about Ryan Gosling, especially when it comes to watching Drive again. And then, of course, Blade Runner. He plays that stoic character very well. The problem is sometimes that stoic character comes off like he doesn't care. And for me, The Gray Man is that kind of movie where it's like he almost like he doesn't care. 2049, man, it works for him until it's a different thing. Just love it. The world of the first Blade Runner is a place where I could spend a vacation. I wouldn't want to spend one. Oh, you're absolutely right. But yeah, man, I love those movies. I do. I just love them. I love the story. I love the characters. I know that a lot of them are flawed characters. Some people think the first movie's boring, but man, I just like soak in it. When I watch that movie, I just sit down and I just absorb it. Ah, what a great movie. And I still need to review that one because it's on my Ridley Scott review-a-thon list. Maybe I need to do a Ridley Scott movie pretty soon. I've definitely got some that I need to review. But next on the list. Next on the list. Martin Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio's Killers of the Flower Moon has been delayed to 2023. Apparently, Apparently Paramount was, or not Paramount, Apple was looking at putting out a Will Smith movie that they worked on with him on in 2022. And after the slappening, they were talking with Scorsese about moving Killers of the Flower Moon up to be, one of their big releases in 2022. Now that's not the case. So there you go. That's a thing. I'm really looking forward to this because I actually, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I mean, I would hate to be wrong about this, but there was I know some people that were trying to find things for this movie, props for this movie, and I believe one of our set designers, prop masters, whatever you want to call it, for the Adventures in Game Chasing, actually helped with this movie because a lot of it was shot in Oklahoma. I want to see this movie. I mean, it's Scorsese and DiCaprio. I mean, enough said, right? For me, at least. But yeah, so that's a thing. This will be on Apple TV Plus eventually. It is probably most likely, almost definitely going to theaters. How many? I don't know. But I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that one. Red Sonja movie lost their main actress. I'm not even sure if I knew they were making a Red Sonja movie. Doesn't sound familiar to me. Because that's the thing. Let's see. Red Sonja movie 2022. Red Sonja reboot reportedly looking for new star after director shakeup. Oh wait, that's from March. The latest news is that there's a Red Sonja 4K restoration trailer with Bridget Nielsen. So the original, 1985 Red Sonja movie with Bridget Nielsen. 4K release, maybe? It's kind of cool. Let's see. What's next on the list here? Yes. Now, this was a few days ago. This was, I think, Thursday. As Comic-Con was really starting to ramp up, they did a screening of the movie Prey, the new Predator movie, right? That takes place, I think it's Comanche, Native Americans. Well, one of my absolute favorite film documentarians, he does documentaries. Charles de Lauzirika. If you don't know the name, if you ever watched the Alien quadrilogy, if you ever watched any of the special features, Charles de Lauzirika did it. Blade Runner, I think both movies, he did the special features on those. The guy, and most of James Cameron movies too. A lot of Ridley Scott movies, a lot of James Cameron movies. Charles de Lauzirika did the special features. He's an awesome guy. I follow him. I like him a lot. I saw this and got very, very excited because this, to me, he's a man of taste. And for him to say that it's his favorite Predator movie since the original, man, that makes me happy. I'm very, very excited that this movie seems to be everything that I wanted it to be. I mean, come on. Oh, there you go. Maker of making ofs: Blade Runner, Twin Peaks, 1 007 film, 2 Transformers films, 3 Spider-Man films, 5 Alien films, maker of movies Crave and Love Bite. I haven't seen his movies yet, but I'm very, very excited about this. I'm very excited about Prey. I can't wait to see it. It comes out August 5th. August 5th, so you better believe I'm going to be watching that one. Very excited. Very excited. Unfortunately, not playing in theaters. But the 1985 Red Sonja was more a Schwarzenegger movie. I get that. Look, I'm excited about Red Sonja. or it's on you. Jeez, I'm excited about Prey. I love Predator. Okay. I mean, I love Alien more. I'm just saying. I mean, I hate to say it, but yeah, I love Alien more. But man, I cannot. I'm so excited for a good Predator story. Heck yeah. What's the most disappointing movie you ever saw? Oh my gosh. The Predator is pretty bad. It's a pretty bad one. In fact, that's a good one. That's a good one, Caleb. The most disappointing movie. You were so hyped for it? Oh, me too. I was hyped for it too. That is such a good question. Saw 3 in the theater? I honestly, the first thing that I thought, maybe one of, you know what? God, that's hard. I don't know whether to pick uh the Battle of the Five Armies, The Hobbit, or The Rise of Skywalker. And I think it's you're getting excited now about Prey. Heck yeah, man, I want to see that movie. And it's August 5th, man. It's it's 9 days away, 10 days away. I'm beyond excited for it. And like I said, someone that I respect, and that I've watched interviews with this guy. Most people don't know who Charles de Lauzirika is. I do. And I've watched interviews with the guy because I love this guy. Okay. And for him to be excited about it, yeah, I'm pumped. But anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's got to be, cuz I was so excited for The Hobbit. I really liked the first one. The first of the three actually turned out to be a pretty good movie, but I kept saying the whole time going, but you're basically giving Thorin his arc in the first movie. So where's he going to go now? You got 2 movies to go. I don't know. Um yeah. I'm sure there's more. There's definitely more. The bear scene in the trailer was bad. Yes. Last Jedi. And see, I totally get that. I totally understand. Uh and Batman Forever, I get that too. I honestly, that one makes a lot of sense for I think a lot of people probably came out of Batman Forever going, "What the hell did we would just watch? Seriously, what the hell was that?" But I don't think any movie disappointed me more. Man, that's so tough. And that's the thing about like Star Wars is that for me, every Star Wars movie, I'm not a fan of it after I come out of the theater. I don't know why. I think it's because my expectation, I can't separate my own wants and needs and expectations from what I actually see on screen. So what I have to do is I have to watch it, be mad and irritated, and then cool down for a couple of days, and then I have to go back. And I usually go back the next time I watch it, I usually watch it by myself because I need to sit with it and just go, okay, get rid of all those expectations, all those theories, all the things that you've been thinking. The trailer makes you think a certain way and then it goes a different way and you're like, what the hell? Get all of that crap out of the way and just, man, it's so hard to do. But man, I was really The Last Jedi, I remember walking out of it going, I don't know if I like that or not. And the more that I thought about it and the more different takes I heard, the more I appreciated it. There's still problems with it. But then The Rise of Skywalker kind of slapped me in the face. Because it took everything, it didn't even try to wrap up the story. It just said, okay, all that stuff is dumb. We're not doing that. We're not doing this either. And oh crap, the Emperor's back. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? This is bad. So that one more than, well, I honestly think that of the 3 sequel movies, The Last Jedi at least attempted to do something. The other 2 were just like, well, what do the kids want? You know, but hey, it's everybody's going to be different. And for me, The Rise of Skywalker was just like what? Okay. Dark Empire. That's what we're doing. Yeah, I didn't like Dark Empire the first time. Okay. The Emperor's back. Great. Okay. How's this going to go? Oh, he's every voice he's ever heard. Okay. So it's been the Emperor this whole time. Okay. You know what I mean? It's just like, you thought Leon the Professional was boring too? I like that movie. It's weird though now hearing about, and I guess, man, I don't know. That movie's a little creepy now. Oh my God, Pulp Fiction. You didn't like Pulp Fiction. Wow. Disappointed with the Predator the most. This most surprisingly good movie for me was Rambo Last Blood. Oh yeah, it was a pretty good one. Jay and I saw Friday the 13th Part 8. Jason Takes Manhattan in the theater. Wanted your parents' money back. Melvor, yeah, you're not wrong. Well, I say that. I can't remember which ones I know I've seen. I know I've seen the first one, and I've seen part of the second one. I know I've seen other ones throughout my life, but I don't know what it is about most of the slasher movies. I'm constantly rolling my eyes, and it's just not for me, you know, and that's fine. There's plenty of movies out there for those people, you know, there's plenty of slasher movies for you. It's just not my thing. That first Friday the 13th was actually pretty good. And I was like, okay, I can see why people like these. I mean, there's still, I don't understand why we needed a 10-minute break to make coffee and literally show every step of the process. Like, why? And then the second one was like, I can't do this. But yeah. You watched Friday the 13th Part 5 this weekend for the first time. Pretty good. See, it's just not my thing. The Hatchet movies were great. Pepper. Yeah. It's just not my thing. Let's see. What else do we have here? What's next? Okay. That is on this one. I wanted to just mention that something is coming out tonight at 2 a.m. on Disney Plus that I'm very, very excited about. Light and Magic. The documentary about the beginnings of industrial light and magic. It's a 6-part documentary. I believe it's dropping all at once. It is coming out tomorrow. So, very excited. Very excited for this. I think this is going to be really, really good. Some reviews have already been coming out about it, and they've said, you know, like one guy was saying, hey, I'm a huge ILM nerd. I love ILM. And there was stuff in this that I'd never seen before, and this was awesome to watch. So I'm really, really excited about this. I believe it was executive produced or produced by Ron Howard. I think that's pretty cool. I'm excited to watch it. So yeah, tonight or tomorrow morning, however you want to say it. It's gonna be good. So there's that. Let's see. I wanted to bring this up. This was just interesting when I saw it. Brendan Fraser, his next movie is a Darren Aronofsky movie, and it's called The Whale, where he turns into a 600-pound man. This is kind of cool. Let's see. Sadie Sink is in it from Stranger Things. So, and I believe the story is about, he's trying to reconnect with his 17-year-old daughter, played by Sadie Sink. I think this sounds interesting. Darren Aronofsky doesn't make, he doesn't always make great films, but man, he makes interesting films. And it's Brendan Fraser as a 600-pound man. Who knows? I just thought it was interesting. Thought I'd bring it up. So there you go. Stranger Things. Did you see this up here? Stranger Things 4-star Joseph Quinn detained at U.S. airport, then freed by officer who knew Eddie Munson. It's kind of funny. But yeah, I am all about Brendan Fraser's comeback. Yeah, I'm interested to see where his career goes. Yeah, Darren Aronofsky. So there you go. If HAL 9000 prequel edits were the theatrical releases, what do you think the response would have been? That's an interesting one. I don't know. Because to me, I think that fans find things wrong with everything and anything. It's very rare that, because look, as improved as those are, I just don't know. I would like to think that the fans would have been more accepting, but I still think that there would have been people that thought that George Lucas wasn't doing enough of what they wanted. I think a lot of people still think back and they go, why did we have basically the beginning of the Clone Wars at the end of 2 and the end of Clone Wars at the beginning of 3? But at the same time, I don't know, man. It's tough. The prequels were hated, but I still love them. It's weird, man, because like I had a real love-hate relationship with them. I remember we watched the first movie, Phantom Menace. We watched it the next morning. I didn't go to a midnight show because we couldn't get tickets at the time. I went to the 9 a.m. showing, and then we had like an 11:30 showing. So we watched it back to back. And I remember exiting the movie and getting back in line to watch it again with our 11:30 tickets and feeling confused. And then over time, I started to appreciate the things that I liked. Because of course, Darth Maul, it's awesome. But the Jar Jar thing and the yippee and all, you know what I mean? And over time, I just kind of let it go a little bit. And I got out of Star Wars for a while. After the prequels were done, because I was kind of like, I don't know, I'm kind of over it. And I just kind of thought, at the time, Lucas said, well, that's it. There you go. And why would I do more? Nobody seems to like them, so screw it. And I was kind of like, okay, all right. Well, then I'm going to move on to other things. Girls. And I'm just kidding. But you know what I mean? It's just kind of a thing where I just kind of moved on. But then over time, I started to go back and I'd watch them and I'd go, man, I think Phantom Menace is pretty good. It's a pretty good movie. Then I finally watched the Clone Wars after years of saying, no, I'm not going to watch it. And I think I started watching it, I think in the middle of season 2. And I fell in love with it. And I said, okay, Clone Wars is awesome. And it's making the prequels better. It's giving context to a lot of the prequels. So I don't know, man. Even somebody like me who's pretty, let's be honest, I'm pretty apologetic when it comes to Star Wars. I like The Last Jedi, right? or I like a lot of The Last Jedi. I don't like the whole movie, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty apologetic, but it took me a while for me to even appreciate the prequels. But see, even the prequel edits, HAL 9000's prequel edits, I still prefer the originals. Even as cool as I think, especially Attack of the Clones, I feel like was the most improved. You know, because it actually gave reasons for Padme to fall in love with Anakin. All of those deleted scenes really, really helped. But I still prefer the originals. And as bad as Attack of the Clones is, man, you got Jango Fett and Obi-Wan. It's so awesome. So, anyway. There you go. Billy and Jay softball brawl. I still haven't heard anything about that. So, I don't know. You know, that's their thing. Let them tell that story. Episode 1 is your favorite Star Wars movie. Okay, now that's something I don't hear every day. Lucas didn't want to tell a war story. He wanted a character piece. Well, he had an idea of what the story was. And he knew what the story was. So I feel like in a lot of ways, and I think that's part of why I was going to say, in a lot of ways, Star Wars, I think, worked the way that he wanted, which was something that I just said, so I stopped saying it. But I think it was around the time when I started watching the Clone Wars is when I started to realize that, oh my God, Star Wars isn't mine. I quit taking ownership of it to the point where I started doing the expectations thing. You know what I mean? And at that point, it made me realize that this isn't my story to tell. This is his story. And I can either like it or not like it. And you know what? Episodes 1 through 6, with the Clone Wars in there, pretty damn good story. And see, thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jay. And yeah, the brawl was epic. Have you seen the Obi-Wan Patterson edit yet? I've seen an hour so far and think there's some smart decisions being made so far. Melvor. Yes, I have. And I reviewed it. Yes. Yes. There's still some, I feel like, what do you call that? The DNA of the show, or the foundation of the show has problems. But the brawl was epic. Okay, Jay, why don't you, I didn't realize that's what you were talking about. I thought you were talking about, I don't know. I was thinking about, for some reason, I was still thinking Star Wars. You're talking about the actual brawl. Well, you know, spit it out. Start watching Clone Wars in chronological order since you suggested it. What do you think? Oh, the brawl story. Okay, so he's told the brawl story. Okay, well then I won't make him tell it here. Jedi Power Battles on PS1. Jeez. Episode 1 came out when I was just the right age where I was able to play all the games that surrounded it and just enhance my experience, like Pod Racer Revenge, Jedi Power Battles, and Demolition. And then Magnus said, you got a severe case of food poisoning when I got the Gungan City in the Phantom Menace video game for PSX. The Gungans literally sickened you. It's funny. 12 Monkeys. Okay? I saw that opening night. This is the one with Bruce Willis and Brad Pitt, right? Madeline Stowe. Another Terry Gilliam film. When I saw that opening night, I was getting sick. So every time I watch the movie, I remember getting sick. It's just a weird thing, weird byproduct. And that's why I was like, it's one of the things that, I don't remember who said it, but there's like, you can only see a movie the first time once. And the way that it just kind of made me go, yeah, you're right. And why would I want my first time watching a movie to be some subpar, cam download, whatever, telesync? You know what I mean? You can only see the movie the first time. the Gungan woman in Clone Wars, would you? Size noodles? Would you? Let's see. What is next? Okay, before we get into do we need to make a PSA video about the brawl? Maybe. But before we get into a lot of the huge news from the weekend, this came out today and was like, really? For Peacock, Roland Emmerich is going to direct the gladiatorial drama series Those About to Die. So a gladiator series for Peacock directed by Roland Emmerich. I'm pretty sure that a meteor is going to fall at some point. There will be, I don't know, an ice age that happens, or, you know, aliens. I don't know what's going to happen in Roland Emmerich's gladiatorial drama, but I found this interesting. This came out today, and I'm still like, every time I think about it, I'm like, what the hell is this? Why? Why Roland Emmerich? I don't know. Interesting. So, yeah, but you know. Or do you know? Russell Crowe will be the gladiator schoolmaster? I hope not. I really hope not. But you know, it's actually already getting kind of, you ordered a pizza, you son of a bitch. I want a pizza. I do. I want a pizza. But the thing is I'm trying to cut down, you know, on my caloric intake. I was inspired by Game Dave's video. Did anybody watch Game Dave's video about him doing the Wii U challenge or whatever? That was good. That was a really fun video. And son of a bitch, Dave is just, he's too entertaining. Watching all those special features, it's actually irritating how effortlessly funny Dave is. Why? But anyway, you know what time it is? Yes, it's time for Have You Seen This? Hey, partner, see our little town back there? It's time to, well, I guess I'll take you to the general store and show you a couple of interesting things. Maybe you've seen them before, maybe you haven't. But well, I figure it's time for have you seen this? That's right. It's time for Have You Seen This? This is the part of the show where we look at things, fun things on the internet. Could be cool things, could be funny things, could be cute things. A priest told me that once. Oh, watch it. Watch it now. You only eat meat, fruit, and okay. I don't know why, but I saw rat. I only eat meat, fruit, and rice, and for some reason in my head, I thought that you eat rat. I'm sorry, it's not on purpose, but anyway. Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? Breach told me that once. Dude, you just had a random idea. What if you made the Have You Seen This where your mouth moves where you talk? Oh, I could probably do that. You know, kind of like this bit. Hey, ladies. How you doing? How you doing over there? Yeah, that's right. I got my shirt off. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? And, hey, kid, keep it down back there. I'm trying to fly a ship. I can't do that when you're Like, let go of my chair. I need to be able to think. Anyway. Oh, dude, this is so stupid. It's so stupid. But yes, I could probably do that with the Have You Seen This? But anyway, let's do it. Let's do the Have You Seen This? So first up is a crow singing to a flute. I'm just going to let it speak for itself because it's kind of awesome, okay? It's kind of awesome. Hey, welcome, Keith. How's it going? And yes, I was a Knight of Ren. But here we go.
Salutiamo gli amici e gli facciamo ascoltare una bellissima tarantella. Giusto, Omar? Una tarantella, va bene? Via. Vai, Omar.
How cool is that? Seriously, I love, I mean, yeah, it probably is an actual raven, but man, or crow, I don't care. It's freaking cool. And I just think it's cool. I just think it's cool. And I want one. I want one today. Like, can I have one?
Salutiamo gli amici e gli facciamo ascoltare una bellissima tarantella. Giusto, Omar? Una tarantella, va bene? Via. Vai, Omar.
Then he keeps like looking over at the thing. So I just thought that was cool. I thought that was cool. Next up, I just thought this was funny. So we're going to watch it. Here you go.
Have I told you about these two bitches at this place that just talk shit about everybody?
Who?
You and me.
I just love her reaction. I love, like, I had to play it a couple times to understand what he says. He's basically saying, if I told you about these two bitches who keep talking about everybody, and she's like, who? Like, you and me. So watch it again. It's just, her reaction is great.
Have I told you about these two bitches at this place that just talk shit about everybody?
Who?
You and me.
So yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty good. Now this one's just cool. And apparently, I can't remember the, I think it's called, oh crap. What is it called? What is it called? How Ridiculous. It's an Australian, I assume it's a YouTube channel. But I just thought this was cool. Throwing a bowling ball at balloons. In super slow motion. That is freaking cool. And yeah, I'd love to play the actual whatever. There's no audio on this. But yeah, isn't that cool looking? That's freaking cool. So there's that. And then I don't know if this is real, but this is another one where I have to mute it because they're playing music. But holy crap, this is cool looking. Just imagine cool music being played. Fly like an eagle. You see, fly like an eagle. Am I ruining it? Okay, sorry. But that's freaking cool, man. That's freaking cool. You want to see that one again? Let's play that one again. It's just cool looking. So cool. And then finally, Teddy Krueger. So this is apparently footage from a haunted house. And well, I'll just let you watch it. I'll just let you watch it. Lights are off, you know. Oh my God. Oh, I love it, dude. Every time I see this, it makes me laugh every time. It's so, haunted houses have never done anything for you. I walk through them all bored. I don't know what it is. No, I can understand that. But this one with the freaking, with all the lights off, come on. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Now, as I said, this was Have You Seen This? I hope you enjoyed it. That's right. Yeah, I'm glad that you saw the thing that I was going to show you. And I hope you had a good time. Now, get back on that train and get the hell out of here now. All right. Buying stuff. I don't even know, dude. I don't even know. But there you go. Have you seen Jackass 4 where they leave the guys in a dark room? That was funny. That was pretty funny. That was some good stuff. Definitely some good stuff. Okay. So now it's time to go through, a lot of this San Diego Comic-Con stuff. Some of this stuff, look, I didn't see this until today. You know? But there was some really cool stuff shown off at Comic-Con, and I kind of want to go through some of it. Do I have any blockbuster stories? I mean, not offhand. I mean, so many blockbuster stories, I have to think about them. Because, like, all the ones that come to mind are the ones, you know, that I've already told. Like, the ones on the blockbuster video over on Billy's channel. And the one that I told over here where the car drove through the store. Stuff like that. I'd have to think about ones that I haven't actually told before. It's a tough one. But I remember when Rob threw the guys off the roof like Undertaker did to Mankind off the steel cage. You went in there, paid for the stuff, and left. That's a hell of a story, Magnus. But let's talk about some of the stuff that got announced at Comic-Con, because man, there's some cool stuff. Let's see. First up, why did that do that? It's weird. The first thing that I saw was the new poster for Oppenheimer, which is Christopher Nolan's new movie. But there were a lot more posters released than what I'd actually thought. So let's look at them. They're cool. So there's the first one. I mean, that's kind of cool. The Destroyer of Worlds, of course, you got Cillian Murphy as Oppenheimer. This movie's going to be stacked. Okay? Stacked with people. Here's the next one. Just cool looking posters, man. Very, very cool. This one's a little, I mean, I don't know what you call that. That's more, I guess, more traditional poster. This one's kind of neat. Apparently there's going to be a lot of smoking in this movie. But then the final one, man, the final one is just, I mean, like, holy crap, man. I mean, that is a hell of a trailer. I mean, a hell of a poster, not a trailer. Oppenheimer sounds like an angry German word. Well, he's the scientist that basically created the atomic bomb for the Americans. So it's going to be an interesting story. I mean, that is a good poster. So yeah, there's that. And of course, we don't have any sort of release date. I mean, we have the release date, but we don't release date for a trailer or anything like that. I don't know when that's going to happen, but I'm really excited for this movie. It's, of course, Christopher Nolan's first movie away from Warner Brothers. Of course, with Tenet, and then with Warner Brothers saying, hey, we're going to release all our movies on HBO Max, day and date. Even though Tenet was not part of that, he was still very angry and basically said, I'm taking this movie and I'm going to Universal. So this is being made at Universal. So it's going to be interesting. Open, I'm Here. Is it about a restaurant? It's about an explosive restaurant. It's about a Taco Bell. Explosive flatulence. No, it's about the atomic bomb. The creation of the atomic bomb. Thank you. Thank you, Ricky Star Fox. Appreciate it. But the next big announcement was for, and actual trailer was for House of the Dragon. Look, I'm excited, man. This show looks good. I don't know if it's going to have the same sort of lasting, effect on everything. Because Game of Thrones was, it kind of took over. Game of Thrones was, everybody was talking about it, all that kind of stuff. I don't know if House of the Dragon is going to be that way. There's a lot of people in this show that I don't recognize. But yeah, that's going to be pretty interesting. In fact, one of the, I don't know if you saw this. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, they actually have the panels. I haven't watched all the panels. But Matt Smith is going to be in House of the Dragon. I'm closing these because my fan is going nuts on my computer. I don't know if you can hear it. But Matt Smith, the first question asked to Matt Smith at Comic-Con was, so you're not even a question. He just said, hey, it's Morbin time, because he was in Morbius. And he goes, yeah, what's that? He goes, it's in the movie Morbius that you were in. And he goes, well, it's great that you, I don't remember exactly what he said, but it's something like, it's great that you like that movie that has nothing to do with this. I was like, damn. So anyway, but look, I think this looks good. Did y'all see the trailer? Because the trailer looks freaking awesome. And of course, Dungeons and Dragons was next. Honor Among Thieves. I don't know about this one, man. A lot of guys, look, a lot of you guys were like, man, I'm really, really looking forward to the Dungeons and Dragons. And I'm like, I don't know anything about Dungeons and Dragons. My biggest issue with it is it looks kind of cheesy to me. Like, it looks like it could be cheesy. I don't know. I will reserve judgment until it does come out. But man, I mean, Chris Pine, cool. Jean Page, he was actually pretty good in the movie I just watched that now I can't remember the name of it. The Gray Man. It's like, okay, I might actually want to know more about him. He's in this. Michelle Rodriguez? I mean, I don't know anything about Dungeons and Dragons, but I was kind of like, okay, I don't know. But look, it is coming out March 2023. There you go. There's that. And then let me switch over to this. Let me see here. What did you get? What did you say? Come by and get the blow burger, upgrade to the double blow, and if you want, you can get our triple meat called the atomic burger. Hey. That's a hell of a burger. You want a Gears of War CGI movie? I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to that. The only thing about Gears of War, I remember playing it when it came out. Gears of War, I played it right when it came out, and I remember thinking, God, I'm depressed by this game. Like I would quit for the night or whatever, quit playing, and then I wouldn't play it for a few days because it just bummed me out. Because it's such a depressing story. It's such a downer of a story. But that could be interesting though. More excited for the D&D movie, even if it's bad, I'll still like it. Our D&D games back when I played were so cheesy, so it makes sense. Hopefully it's successful. Maybe you could get a Drizzt movie or Dragonlance. Oh, Michelle Rodriguez is a big gamer. Yes, I have heard that. Dave Bautista as Marcus. You know what? I mean, that's about as perfect of casting as you can get, I think. Is having him as Marcus for sure. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they modeled him after Dave Bautista, because he kind of does look like him. But next up was the big, oh my gosh, the Rings of Power trailer. Okay. As the resident Tolkien nerd in this room, whatever, I don't know what's going on, but I'm intrigued. I love the way that this looks. I think it looks really, really good. I think it could be great. I could be completely wrong, but I think it could be great. I want it to be great. But I don't know if it will be. Because the thing is, as I've said before, it has so many things in it that don't seem to click with me as far as what the second age is supposed to be. First off, there are no hobbits. There are no hobbits, there are no wizards. Those look like hobbits to me. So I don't know what's going on. Or it could be one of those things, I think I've said it before, where it's like, oh, well, we just didn't know the hobbits were there. But I don't know. There you go. High hopes and extremely low expectations. That's how I'm trying to do. But the thing is I've read enough, especially like Unfinished Tales is my favorite book outside of Lord of the Rings, of course. And it tells this story. It tells the story of a lot of the Second Age. And man, I just don't know. Yeah, those were pretty much hobbits. Yeah. So and I've said the races of the characters doesn't bother me. It's a fictional world, and the Second Age in particular, there is very little to go on. So the fact that they're kind of making things up as they go along, I'm kind of okay with it, but I also know what was written, and that's what's kind of scaring me. Is I don't want it to be so outside and so crazy that it's just like that it feels like fan fiction, you know? Because really, if you think about it, episodes 7, 8, and 9 of Star Wars, right? Force Awakens, Last Jedi, all of those could be looked at as just fan fiction, you know, because of it's not George writing the story. Rogue One, the Solo, everything could be looked at that way because the original creator's not involved. But man, it's even Tolkien himself said that, look, I'm not going to live forever, you know? And these stories will live on, and there are stories yet to be told in this world. I just don't know. I want to trust them. I want it to be great, but who knows, you know? It's tough. It's tough. First Age is your favorite era. I don't blame you, man. I'm telling you, Children of Hurin is amazing, and I really liked a lot of Baron and Luthien. What's there is great. The Fall of Gondolin, all of that stuff is great. I love the Silmarillion too, but man, I don't know. It just scares me. I wish someone, I don't know who has the rights to the First Age, but the First Age feels like at least the, Children of Hurin, you could do Children of Hurin. But that's the thing. Even Children of Hurin is a rough story. If you know the story, there is stuff that, wow, like unintentional stuff going. I don't want to say it in case anybody hasn't read them yet and is one wants to, but man, there's some crazy crap that happens in that story. So I don't know. You want a movie of the game Lord of the Rings: The Third Age? I don't think I ever played that. The Last Hobbit? Yeah, bad fan fiction. There's so much amazing fan fiction they could have based it off of, but nope. I'm okay with classifying Disney Star Wars as fan fiction. Melvor, yeah, I mean, and not Gary. Both of you guys don't like the Disney Star Wars. But there's still some good stuff in there, right? I mean, Mandalorian, right? It's such a weird thing because it's I wonder if because George Lucas is not involved, at least from my perspective, if I'm more critical of it because he's not involved. Because that's one of the things where I stopped reading a lot of the expanded universe of Star Wars because Lucas had come out and said, "Hey, those guys can do whatever the hell they want to do. That's fine. You can do the thing. Do whatever you want. But I'm not going to be tied to it because to me it doesn't really matter." Now, he took some things from it. He took Coruscant. He took some things from those stories. But it always felt like fan fiction to me. So I never read them. And I've read a couple here and there, but they always felt a little just one step removed where it just didn't quite feel like Star Wars to me. And with this, I mean, this is a big step. So all I can do is hope, right? I don't know. An open world game set in the First Age? You'll give Mando an enthusiastic pass? Wow. Okay. So now let me ask you this. Are you like a Lucas purist? So nothing that Disney has done you like? Even the Clone Wars, Rebels, all that stuff, you just be like, psh. You'd be okay with deleting Mando if it meant deleting 7, 8, and 9. Wow. See, I feel like there's enough, especially now, I feel like there's enough that they've done right that it kind of equals out. And I feel like in a big way, an enthusiastic. Okay, I got you. I thought you meant like I'm passing on it, not doing it, not passes. Then you didn't like. Gotcha. See, it's just a weird thing because I feel like in a lot of ways, Lucasfilm realized that they screwed up, and I think in a big way, Disney realized that they screwed up by keeping their hands in the pies. You know what I mean? And I feel like The Mandalorian was, in a lot of ways, okay, let's reset here. Let's reset. Let's figure this out. Let's try to make something that people are going to like. Let's try not to go off the deep end and do all this other crap. Let's try to make something people actually dig. And Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni were the men to do that. But you got to think. You got to remember, Kathleen Kennedy's still there. And you can't give Kathleen Kennedy credit, or you can't say that Kathleen Kennedy doesn't deserve the credit when she was behind all of it. I still feel like if you look at Kathleen Kennedy's resume, and you look at all the amazing movies she's made throughout her career, it makes more sense to me that Disney got their fingers in the pie. I could be completely wrong. And they said, hey, we got to make this money back as quick as possible. Well, we need a plan. No, you don't. You need to make freaking Star Wars movies. Pew, pew, and freaking wom, wom, wom. Do the thing. Just go make a movie. But we don't have a plan. Go, 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 go. That's what it feels like to me. But I don't know. Anyway. Never watched the new trilogy, and you'll never watch the new trilogy. Oh, Magnus, okay. I wonder what a Clone Wars live action movie would be like. Yeah, I think now it's just too late. You know, unless they're going to go back and do the de-aging, like the actual de-aging. Because the thing is, you know, as much as I love Hayden Christensen, he looks old now. You know, Obi-Wan or Ewan McGregor was old enough that his face hasn't changed that much. Hayden was 18, you know, when Attack of the Clones was made. So it's kind of, he looks different now. The only things they've done right is Mando and Rogue One. That's not a good track record. I could sacrifice those two if it meant erasing the rest. I mean, I can totally see that. There's still, man, but even in Rise of Skywalker, there are parts of it that I like. I just think to me, it was like, it felt like a slap in the face. We're not even talking about Rings of Power anymore. Sorry. Back with pizza. All they've done right for me is the last season of Clone Wars. Oh, yes. Man, that last season was good. God, it was good. Man, it was good. Hire a new actor to play Anakin. I mean, but see, look at what happened with Solo. You know, Solo failed. And so they, in a lot of ways, Kathleen Kennedy came out and basically blamed it on the fact that they didn't use Harrison Ford. And it's kind of like, I mean, hey. But look, we're not here to talk Star Wars, okay? Because look, there was absolutely no Star Wars news from Comic-Con. But I think that's what D23 is for. I think we're going to get some big news at D23. And that's coming up in a couple of months. But also shown was the new trailer for, which button is it? It's this one. John Wick 4. Did you see this trailer? This trailer looks good, man. This trailer looks good. I want to see it. I want to see this. I love the John Wick movies. And for some reason, it's almost like if you look at The Gray Man, right? That just came out on Netflix, right? You look at that, you look at John Wick. Man, these movies are, they're just badasses, right? You don't need a story. But I felt like at least John Wick 1 gave you a little bit of a story. The Gray Man didn't give you much at all to go on. The character is just, okay, so he was a bad guy and now he's not, and now he kills people for, okay. Oh, and that's all we get? Okay. But hey, we need a Star Wars con? I mean, there is one. We just had it. Celebration. But D23 is going to be some stuff. I only eat pizza 3 to 4 times a week now. You found John Wick 3 so offensive for its portrayal of Arabs, I had to stop watching halfway through. Really? I don't remember it. I honestly don't remember it. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that was a thing. I need to look. I've only seen John Wick 3 one time, and to me, John Wick is one of those where it washes over you, and then You love the John Wick trilogy? See, it's weird. For me, they're single watch movies. They're fun. So it's, I mean, I get it. That's weird though. I don't remember that. But then again, it's weird. It's like a lot of times I'll watch a movie that I'll go, okay, that was a thing. And then someone else will say, you know, oh, this part was really this way and this part was this, and I go, I don't remember that at all. There's been times when I've watched a movie and recommended it to someone, and they are offended by, you know, maybe some language or even some nudity or something, and I'll be like, I don't remember that. I don't remember that at all. So it doesn't surprise me that I don't remember it. Can't watch Big Trouble in Little China either. I mean, I don't know, man. It's weird. Like, I don't know. I can't remember anything that offensive in that one myself, but then again, it's not me, you know. I'm a white dude. Yeah, nothing really offends me either. But it's easier for us to say, right? It's easier for, oh yeah, it's not offensive. But that's not up to us. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's, I don't know. It's tough, man. It is tough. But anyway, John Wick 4 coming soon. Of course, that's Donnie Yen. I'm pretty excited, I gotta say. I like Donnie Yen. Of course, I love Keanu. And now we get into a little bit of the of Star Fox's favorite stuff. And Magnus, I assume yours too. Sorry. Some of the comic book movies. First up was Shazam. I offend a lot of Hispanic people when I call myself a brown guy. I don't speak Spanish. The looks I get are priceless. Super excited to see those two in a movie. Yep. Some things are just like a minstrel show. I tried to play the old game Gun. I didn't get far in that either. See, I don't know about that one. But I'll be honest with you, man. DC's panel did not go over well for a lot of people, at least initially. You know, on Twitter, Henry Cavill was trending, you know? Shazam wasn't trending. Black Adam wasn't trending. But Henry Cavill was at the beginning of it. So it's kind of one of those things where I felt for the actors, I felt for the people. So is this a new Order 42 movie? How do you mean? Oh, the title down there? No, that's me, you know? Me. You know, me. But no, it's not an Order 42 movie. But yeah, I just feel for like I said, for the actors, the cast, the crew. DC needs a full reset again. I mean, maybe. They look like they work at a children's hospital. Look, I get that too. I liked Shazam, the first one. The second one, I can't say that I'm super excited for, but man, Zachary Levi looks like he's having a blast. And that's one of those things where it's kind of endearing just to see his reactions to people, you know, and I don't know. We'll see at that, about that. I mean, I don't know. And then I guess the biggest thing in the DC thing was when the man himself, Dwayne Johnson, came out in the suit and showed off the new footage from Black Adam. I don't even know. It's just not my thing, I guess. You know, Black Adam's just not my thing. So yeah. That was pretty much it for the DC panel. I mean, look, I think a lot of people were surprised that they didn't show anything from Batgirl. And the more I thought about Batgirl, the more I thought, well, isn't Michael Keaton supposed to be in that? and Michael Keaton is also in Flashpoint, and maybe they don't want any sort of questions about Ezra Miller and Flash and all that kind of stuff. So they're just like, okay, we're not doing that. I don't know. I'm always rooting for them, right? I always want to see a great movie, but man, DC has just not done it for me lately. Other than the Batman movie, I really enjoyed that. Other than that, I don't know. It's just fine, you know. You don't care much about the heroes. Another payday for The Rock. He laughs all the way to the bank. I mean, for sure. But at the same time, this is something that's been a passion project for him. He's been trying to get this off the ground for a long time. So, in a way, I'm excited for him, even though I'm not a huge fan of Dwayne Johnson. I'm still excited for him because I know that this has been something that he's been wanting to do. But man, the trailer just, to me, it looks very derivative of other things. And it's those kinds of trailers that make me go, yeah, I get why people might feel the fatigue, you know, from comic book movies, because this looks like something we've seen before. I mean, very similar. But you'd rather Dwayne be in more Fast movies and Hobbs and Shaw movies, because how much I love those movies. Except for Too Fast, Too Furious. F that movie. I'm not a big fan of the Fast and Furious movies, but hey, I get it. You feel like he always plays himself? Well, there's a lot of actors that kind of do that, you know? I mean, for a long time, Denzel Washington was just Denzel Washington in the movie, you know? And then for a long time, Tom Cruise was just Tom Cruise in the movie, you know? And that's fine. Some actors are just good at playing those parts. Ryan Reynolds has been Ryan Reynolds in almost every movie, you know? But at the same time, its character is only part of the thing, right? It's if the story is good enough, I can deal with, you know, it being Dwayne Johnson or Denzel or whatever. And that's the thing. I bring up Denzel because he's always been one of my favorite actors. And what's funny is, if you look back at some of his movies, it's like, yeah, he's just being himself right there. But I love Denzel Washington, so it's kind of like, it's hard for me to complain. So I don't know. I guess if you like the person enough, then it works, you know? You don't want to see Amber Heard in film anymore? I get that. I totally get that. Joker and the Batman were all right. My favorite DC thing lately was Peacemaker. See? And Peacemaker, to me, Peacemaker has more in common with The Boys than it does with any of the actual DC properties going on right now. You know, it's more like The Boys. I thought it was fine. I also thought it was goofy, and it was almost a little too goofy, and it was almost like, you know, James Gunn with his, okay, just roll with it. Let's just keep, you know, what do you call that? All the ad-libbing. You know, the ad-libbing was fun, but then it got to be like, okay, why don't you, where's the story going though? You know what I mean? I don't know. There were times where I felt like it dragged because of the ad-libbing, but you don't like Reynolds either, the same reason? Oh, we'll say, I understand that. And I'm getting tired of the same Ryan Reynolds shtick too, you know? But at the same time, I'll watch Deadpool 3 whenever that gets announced, for sure. Now, I think for me, it was probably it may be the highlight of the day for me. There's a lot of really great stuff shown. But for me, the highlight of the day was the new Sandman trailer. And you might be saying, huh? I've been reading these comics. I really, really enjoy it. I have no clue how they're going to get some of this stuff on screen, because some of it is like super effed up. But I love this story, and I want to see what they do with it. And I think he's perfect for Morpheus, for Dream. Of course, you got Gwendolyn Christie as Lucifer. It's Neil Gaiman. you know, and his storytelling is absolutely fantastic. So, and he's involved in this. So I'm really, really interested to see where they go. And of course, this other poster just looks gorgeous. It's such a cool looking poster. I want to hang this poster on my wall. Of course, you got Morpheus down there in the hourglass, Matthew, the Raven sitting there. You've never heard of this? I don't even know how to describe it to people. It's such a strange story, but it is, I love it. I really, really love it. And this was, okay, so these were written in the 80s and early 90s, I believe, by Neil Gaiman for Vertigo, which is a DC, almost like a subdivision of DC, but it's the adult version. So these were very adult stories with all kinds of crazy things happening in, you know, in this story. But it's, I love it. I think there's 13 volumes and I think I'm on volume 8 now. I really, really enjoy it. It's very, very good. I'm talking about the comics now. So seeing this in live action scares me because I've fallen in love with the world. I've fallen in love with the characters and I want justice to be done to these characters, but it looks really, really good. So yeah, I mean, I would say definitely look into it. It's not going to be for everybody. I'll just say that. And it's also the reason why I think, they didn't want to do it under the DC banner. But what's interesting is you get different DC characters showing up every now and then, like Constantine. So there's going to be some interesting stuff in this, and we'll see. We'll see. Did I like American Gods? I haven't watched it. The Sandman was the first Neil Gaiman anything I've ever taken in, and that's just the comic. Of course, I know about Good Omens. I know about American Gods. I haven't seen or read any of those, but more Neil Gaiman is on my reading list now because he's impressed me so much with the Sandman. So yeah, the movie is the movie and the comic is the comic. They're two separate universes. Constantine, now that was an underrated movie. Well, they're talking about doing something else with Constantine, so that's going to be interesting. And when you say they are two separate universes, are you talking about Sandman or American Gods? Because I don't know. I have no idea. Neil Gaiman wrote a book about Norse mythology. It is very interesting. There's, like I said, I want to read everything the man's ever done now because he's that good to me. I've never read a comic where I've laughed so hard and then had tears in my eyes and been just, oh, you're just talking about in general. I get that. But seriously, genuinely moved by some of the stories in the Sandman because it's not like one continuous story, you know, I mean, some of it is, I guess, but there are some stories that are just like, it's almost like this whole story that we're going to tell takes place in this universe with dream and death and all that stuff with all these different characters. But we're only going to, this is kind of a one-time thing. We're just going to talk about this philosophical idea and really wrap our heads around it. And I just love it. And Alan Moore, man, Alan Moore's great too. I've read a lot of Alan Moore. I've got V for Vendetta. I've got League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Watchmen, of course. I mean, can't go without Watchmen. I haven't read, I think those are the only 3 that I've read. But yeah, Alan Moore's awesome. Awesome. Neil Gaiman, man, I'm telling you, good stuff. So real quick, I have got to use the old facilities, you know, the boys' room. So if you guys will give me just a couple of minutes, I'll be right back. Okay, be right back. No, I'm not taking a dookie. No, I'm just taking a quick vape break. Come on, man. Just looking into getting Sandman, the Neil Gaiman collection is like $320. And no fapping. No. Yeah, if you go insane, yeah, you can definitely do it. But again, let me see if I can do this. Oh, look at there. This is what I did. So these, this is volume 1. This is, oh, there's actually a sale going on right now. So this is what in fact, holy crap. These are really, really good. See, what is the deluxe edition? I don't even know what the deluxe editions are. These are the ones I have. The ones on top, which you can't see my mouse, dang it. Good music to Dookie 2? Nah. Well, the Melvor, you know, let me know and I can get you a copy of that song. But yeah, this is what I have. And again, there are 13 volumes. And these are all, see, I don't know what these are. These are like side stories. Oh, that's Sandman included free with, okay, deluxe editions. There you go. The complete epic. This is what I have. So I have all of those. I don't have the Endless Night there, but I have the Overture. They're $4 a piece, and you can read them. Like I read them on my iPad, and they're kind of awesome. But I'm kind of curious what these are. First volume is going in a deluxe edition. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I can't do digital. I got to have book in my hand. I totally read you. You like that pun? You like that? Huh? That's a good one. I totally get what you're saying, but there's something about. In fact, hold on. Oh, crap. It's on my butt. No. There's something about the way that this works. Which one? Okay, there we go. I'm in the middle. Oh, I'm still on chapter 7. But let me see. Yeah, it shows up pretty well. So what's cool is it looks just like the comic. In fact, in a lot of cases, clearer than the comic. And what's cool is you say, like in some of them, it's like, man, it's kind of small text. You double tap, and it goes to that panel, and then as you swipe, it goes to the next panel automatically, and then whoosh, see what it's doing? And that's just kind of cool. If you just want to read it like this, you can. And I will say this, kind of like Alan Moore, I'm not a huge fan of I'm not a huge fan of the art style on a lot of this stuff. Let me see. Oh. I'm just not a huge fan. But you know what? The writing is so good, I don't care. But look, I mean, I have so much. I have so much so many comics. I got Moon Knight stuff. I got a bunch of Star Wars stuff. Of course, I've got V for Vendetta there. I've got some X-Men. I've got Batman. I've got so much. I've got so much good stuff in here. But reading it like that, it's awesome. That's how you read hentai. Talking about fapping. I'll give it another go. So many comic book runs I missed out and want to read without spending an arm and a leg. Yes. And look, I'm not a fan of how, because Amazon bought Comixology and completely changed their site. Great stories, yeah, like Famalian. Um, I don't know. I've never actually read any hentai. I'm aware of it. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what I used to do. I used to buy all my, because I mean I had which you can't see them, but I have a ton of collected editions up here, and that's what I used to love to read. But once I got an iPad, I'm telling you, it is awesome. I really, really enjoy it, and it keeps my editions all nice and clean. You know what I mean? And with this, I can swipe or whatever, and it holds your place and all that. I love it. Do you recommend a Comixology subscription? I've never had a Comixology subscription. I did buy a Marvel, Marvel Unlimited, whatever that was. I bought that. I got it for a year because it was on sale, and I said, screw it, that's my Christmas present. So that was my Christmas present to myself, was a year subscription to Marvel Unlimited. But what ended up happening is about 6 months in, I read all the comics I wanted to read, and it just sat there. So it may be one of those things where a subscription might work if you have a lot of series in mind that you want to check out. With Kindle Unlimited, only certain ones are going to be available. And what they'll do is they'll give you the first few editions. Like for example, Sandman, I think the first 6 are available, but then the last 7 are not. So what's best on Comixology is to wait for those sales. I would once a week go on there and see what was on sale. And like I said, right now, all the Sandman comics are on sale at Comixology, $3.99 a volume. So you can get the whole run for what's 13 times 4? $26, $52. That's not bad for all of them. Like all of them. That's pretty awesome. So there you go. Since I'm a mod, can I post a link? It's showing the amazing CGI from a Ugandan movie. People here might like it. I don't know if it's going to let you or not. I mean, if you want to try, you can. I think it will. Let me see. What is Nightbot going to do? Spam protection? Links. This filter allows you to time out and whitelist links. Exempt user level moderator. So you should be able to post a link. There you go. It worked. If you drop a tablet in the toilet, it's over. If you drop a book in the toilet, it's still good. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's all true. But I don't drop a tablet. I'm one of those people. I've never broken a screen on my phone or tablet. Now, I broke my screen protector, but I've never actually broken a screen. Just that guy. Now, what is this link here? From a Ugandan movie. Will this, oops, something, okay. Okay. I can't even click the link without it doing, maybe if I do window. It's not even allowing me to click that link. That's weird. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. But let's finish up the stream talking about Marvel. We're basically going to go through this pretty quick because there's a lot, okay? There's a lot from here, and I just want I want to go through it here. Let me see. Bam, there it is. First up, bam, She-Hulk. This trailer, this second trailer looks awesome. I want to watch this right now. Want to watch it. It's 9 episodes and it starts on August 17th. I think this looks great. I don't know about anybody else, but I think this looks freaking great. I don't know what a doujinshi is, but I mean, Kalen was talking about hentai earlier, so you never know. Oh, Japanese fan comics usually hentai. Okay. There you go. But look, I think this trailer looked awesome. I think this is going to be a great, great show. And hey, there's some text in there, some chat. They pulled it from YouTube, but if you like that, check out Alien vs. Terminator. Holy crap, it's pure gold. Well, there you go. I didn't even know the chat would work. That's so weird how it goes away, though. That's so strange. But one of the next things they showed was the trailer for Wakanda Forever. And I don't know about you guys, but this was an incredibly moving trailer. Chadwick Boseman was awesome as Black Panther. Now, do I think Black Panther is the best MCU movie? No. Did I like it a lot? Yes. That final battle with what's his face? Michael B. Jordan. I can't remember his character's name. Killmonger. Gotta head out. Later, Robin Chat. Carbonite. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. It's always good to see you guys. Yeah, have a good one. But we're basically gonna zoom through these pretty quick because there's just a lot. But look, I'm really excited to see Wakanda Forever. I think it looks great. I don't know exactly what they're doing. All I can say is, I think partly because I loved The Walking Dead for a long time, and I love I can't remember her name. I can't remember her last name. Michonne. And now she's Okoye in Black Panther. I love her. Is it Gara? I can't remember, but she's awesome. And of course, Lupita Nyong'o is great. Letitia Wright's great. Angela Bassett. I mean, come on. If you're not a fan of Angela Bassett, I don't even know what to tell you. I fell in love with Angela Bassett back in 1995 in the movie Strange Days. And she was so great in that. And such an underrated, underseen movie. The movie is fantastic. It's still rough. Like, it's really, really rough because there's some bad stuff in that movie. But holy crap, I still enjoy it. Co-written, I think the story was written by James Cameron. It was directed by oh god, now I'm going blank on her name. She directed The Hurt Locker. She won Best Director. Starts with a K. I can't remember. Anyway, great movie. Catherine Bigelow. Awesome movie. Like, if you like Point Break, come on. Point Break's awesome. The original Point Break, Catherine Bigelow. Did you know that? Sweet movie. It's a good movie. You have all 53 current IDW Sonic comics and haven't read a single one because I don't want to read LOL. Just have them because Sonic. I have some of the Sonic, pretty darn good. Don't have the... Oh. Yeah. Tyrone Magnus says people got mad at him for not reacting to Wakanda Forever how they wanted. Yeah, my bro has all of them as well. Keep seeing I'm missing out on a really great story. Yeah, I don't know about any of the Sonic stuff. It's just not my thing. But look, I'll tell you this. This comes out November 11th. I feel like this is gonna be big. Because this trailer got like double the views of the first movie. I'm excited. I'm excited to see it. I think it's gonna be good. I mean, that's the hope anyway. Then we didn't get a trailer. There was a trailer shown, but we got the poster for Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Of course, this is the first time outside of Loki that we're going to see Kang. Cassie has been replaced by a new actor. I didn't know that, but Cassie's going to be in it. Look, it's going to be... I'm excited for this, and this comes out February 17th, 2023. Then, are you ready? We're gonna get into the stuff here. So, Secret Invasion. They did show a trailer. We didn't get to see it. Ant-Man were the last Marvel movies you actually enjoyed. The Ant-Man movies are fun, man. And this one, from everything I've seen, I think this one's going to be really, really good. But Secret Invasion, of course, they showed this trailer. They showed Samuel L. Jackson with like the scars and his eye patch is gone and the beard and he's looking cool. We didn't get to see this trailer, but it's coming soon. This comes out spring 2023. Then in May 5th, 2023, we get Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. They did show a trailer. The cast was there. But what they said was, or James Gunn said, the reason that this hasn't been released out to the internet is because there was some unfinished footage in here. But this is coming out May 5th of next year. I'm excited. It's going to be good. I think it's going to be really good. I mean, I do. Ant-Man 1 and 2 were the only MCU movies you really actually liked. Oh yeah, Guardians MCU, I love those movies as well. Yeah, the Guardians movies are great. And I still haven't played the game. Oh, and by the way, there's going to be a single-player open-world RPG from EA about Black Panther. Don't know a whole lot about that, but that was kind of dropped later. So that's interesting. Let's see. Summer 2023, we've got Echo. Don't know a whole lot about this yet. Of course, Echo was in Hawkeye, was introduced in Hawkeye. I'm interested because I'm kind of into the Marvel stuff. So there you go. New Marvel game coming out in October that looks good. Yeah. And then also summer 2023, we have Loki season 2. Then July 28th, 2023, we get The Marvels. And if you've seen the end of Miss Marvel, you know that there's some connection. So that's going to be interesting. In November of 2023, November 3rd, we get Blade. In fall 2023, we get Ironheart. Winter 2023 and early 2024, the Marvel 5. You son of a... Let winter. There's Nightbot. Thank you, Nightbot. Thank you. Late winter 2023, early 2024, Agatha, Coven of Chaos. Then some of the biggest news was that in spring 2024, Daredevil Born Again. Now, I love Daredevil. I've got some Daredevil to catch up on here. On the old comicsology. You know what I'm saying? But this is going to be 18 episodes. 18 episodes. So lately we've been getting Obi-Wan 6 episodes, Ms. Marvel 6 episodes, Loki 6 episodes, right? Hawkeye, I think, was 6 episodes. A lot of these little short little things. Daredevil Born Again is going to be 18 episodes. Now, I've said it plenty of times. Length, quantity doesn't equal quality. You know what I mean? And just because there's a lot of episodes doesn't mean that this show's going to be good. But Charlie Cox is, of course, back. I'm very excited. Very excited. That is spring 2024. Then, May 3rd, 2024, we get Captain America, New World Order. And July 28th, 2024, are you getting tired of these? Thunderbolts. I honestly don't know a whole lot about these, but I'm excited. 18 episodes, yeah. And it's not going to be Affleck. No, it's Charlie Cox. Then, so Thunderbolts is actually the end of Phase 5. And if you'll give me a second, let me get through the rest of this. I'll show you. The beginning of Phase 6 is on November 8th, 2024 with Fantastic Four. Then, May 2nd, 2025, Avengers, the Kang Dynasty. And then November 7th, just 6 months later, we will get Avengers Secret Wars. So that will be the end of Phase 6. There's only one NWO. Are you talking about the Fantastic Four thing? But this is a picture of Phase 5. So, yeah, it starts off with Quantumania February 2023 and ends with Thunderbolts in July 2024. So, yeah, there's a lot to look forward to. Now, I don't think everybody can look at that and say, okay, not all of that looks interesting to me, but to me, I'm down. I'm down. Marvel has been one of the few things that continually, at least, is good. Not all of it's great, but at least good. Like, for example, Moon Knight. Night Robin chat, that crazy Greek, good to see you, sir. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. There's a lot going on here, but man, I'm excited. And they also announced today that the Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, the first Avengers movie, is going to be directed by Destin Daniel Cretton, who directed Shang-Chi. So, there you go. As much as I don't care about all that stuff, if I was offered, then I would take a role. It's a paycheck and probably a great one. I mean, look, there's a lot going on. And if anybody knows how to write cohesive stories, man, Kevin Feige has been amazing for Marvel. And that's the thing. We didn't get to see a whole lot of stuff. There was no talk about who's going to direct Fantastic Four. There's no talk about who's going to be in Fantastic Four. But, as I said, D23, Disney's big convention, is September 9th through September 10th. We'll also probably get some Star Wars news at that time. So very, very excited. I'm just excited. There was a lot, man. There's just a lot. And especially after I finished Ms. Marvel, I was like, okay, I'm really kind of curious what they're going to do. Now, there was also a news item that came out today that said that they can't bring in the X-Men yet because if they don't want to use the current actors, they have to wait until 2025, because apparently Fox wrote a contract for them that, you know, the way contracts work basically is, you know, hey, you're going to be in so many movies from this time to this time. And apparently all of the contracts expire in 2025. So they can't make any new X-Men movies until then. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. I don't know. You think Marvel has been downhill personally? Well, I think they've had some misfires. Like Doctor Strange for me was totally mid tier. There was some cool stuff in it, but for the most part, I was like, there were things I really liked about it, and they're just kind of like, it's just okay, it's just fine. I didn't hate it. In fact, I haven't hated any of the shows. Moon Knight I thought was really good all the way up until the last episode, and then I was kind of like, okay. I thought Hawkeye was great. I want to see more Hawkeye. Not hot guy. Hawkeye, not hot guy. Hawkeye. But yeah, man, I'm down. DC has been who I haven't really been that interested in. So you're more of just a DC person, but man, most of their live action movies aren't that good. Their animated movies are freaking badass though. See, I've watched a couple of the Batman ones and was kind of mad at them. I didn't like them. I didn't like the way that they did them. And I thought Loki was great. I love Loki. Yeah, X-Men, when X-Men comes back. Okay, I'm back. Battery was getting low. Carbonite, welcome back. We just finished up the thing. Yeah, there's that. Oh, you can't. Let me get my fat head out of the way. Bam. So yeah, that's the. You love hockey as well? What? I don't even know. Oh, not hot Hawkeye, not hockey. Not a big fan of hockey myself. But there you go. There's that. I'm excited. I don't care. I'm excited. I'm excited for Marvel. I wish DC would get back to their former glory, but I don't know if they can. I don't know. DC anime movies are usually great. Only exception I can think of is Batman and Harley Quinn. I didn't like Killing Joke, especially if you've read Alan Moore's comic. Man, Killing Joke. They just didn't do a good job of that. And I don't like how cheap their animation, at least those that I've seen. Like, tell me a good one. I mean, I've got HBO Max. Tell me a good one to watch. I'd like to watch one. Like, okay, what's the one that's like, okay, this one's badass. You got to watch this one. You know? There's some animated ones. Yeah. Killing Joke, I didn't like. Constantine. Okay. Animated Suicide Squad movies are great also. Okay. Long Halloween Part 1 and 2 are good. Batman Beyond Return of the Joker. Yeah, see, I don't think I've seen that one. Justice League Dark is amazing too. Okay. So if I had to watch... Oh yeah, Fantastic Four and X-Men, yeah. Okay, which one? Which one should I start with? Because again, I have a crazy list. So if I was going to go in there and watch one right now, what would you tell me? Constantine? Okay. I'll see what I think. I mean, you never know. Right? I might come out of there and go, yeah, that was freaking badass. I need to watch more. Okay. All right. Well, let's see what's coming up. Film festivals. Okay. So the last I had told you guys, we were supposed to hear on Monday about whether or not we were going to be selected for the Boston Independent Film Festival. They pushed it back a week. So I should still find out on Monday now, this coming Monday, whether or not we're in as a selected movie in the Boston Independent Film Festival. I told you that the Smodcastle Film Festival had been pushed back to November. I assumed that they would notify everybody in early November. Here's the thing. They said August 12th. August 12th is when they're supposed to let, at least that's what it shows on my login when I log in, which makes me think because we signed up to enter film, and not like a short film, a documentary, or anything else, that August 12th is the date for films. Which, if that's true, if it stays August 12th, then that might mean we are in for a chance, because that might mean that there weren't a whole lot of feature films entered into the Smodcastle Film Festival. Does that make sense? So I don't know. All I know is I'm excited. Okay? It's really, really exciting to do this, to be a part of this whole thing. Of course, is still amazing. Yeah, August 12th. And see, I don't understand, man. It says they must have just gotten a lot of short films and documentaries and stuff like that, because we submitted under feature $57 to enter, and it shows notification date August 12th. So man, we're only a couple of weeks away from that. So keep your fingers crossed, guys. Hopefully we get in, because that would be amazing. Amazing. You want a live action Batman Beyond so bad? The show is amazing. I never watched the show. Maybe that's something I should watch. I don't know. But I am really, really, I'm really excited. Really excited. So that's what's going on. And I think, well, I don't know what I'm going to review on Thursday. We'll see. We'll see. Might be a movie, might be a series, might be a little documentary. I don't know. But guys, that's it. That's the show. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out. Again, I don't know if you guys saw I'm sure most of you guys that are still here in the chat, you are on my Discord as well. Hit 500 subscribers, which is insane. You know, it took less than a month to go from 312 to over 500. That's freaking insane for me. Of course, the views still keep coming in on the Indian films. I just, like I said, I'm enjoying this ride right now. It's kind of amazing. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the support. Thank you for chatting. I mean, of course, you know, Calum, Carbonite, Ricky. I mean, you guys are awesome. Yeah, seriously. And of course, there's more. I know there's more in here, or maybe there's not. And of course, that crazy Greek, he left earlier. But thank you guys. Really, it just means so much, you know, that, well, I get to do this, you know, but at the same time that people are still watching. That's awesome. So thank you guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye. And not Gary too. Thank you.